Hello. See if I'm in frame. I'm in frame. I'm in frame. Welcome to Maze Veers. It's a weird day today. Should have been at the parade today. Various MacGuffins with traffic. Getting back from the airport this morning. My friend having some personal problems with his dog. Not very nice, but it just meant that things didn't get sorted, so it didn't happen. So I've been watching it on TV. It's been really quite good. And I just thought, let's just do a live stream. No one else going live on a bank holiday Monday. I know it's bank holiday in the UK and also in the US for Memorial Day. The UK is just the spring bank holiday. I'm actually on an out-of-date beer. I don't really like to do out-of-date beers, but this was a steal, a local bargain shop. It was Chilean beer, which I don't think I've ever had any beer from Chile before. And this was 24 330ml bottles for £10. You can't really sniff at that. And thankfully, my friend Peter from Casual Smokers Club, formerly Clueless Drinker, split a case. Two cases between us, so we got half and half each. So one half was red ale, one half was this session IPA, which is a bit lagery, a bit west coasty. It's still nice. It's still nice for going out of date in January, but it's still good. Still good. So yeah, two Chilean beers I would never have normally had. The company that I got it from deals with sort of bankrupted stock and such. For certain things, it's quite good. We got a wine going back to I think it was like 2021. We got cases and cases of Wicked Weed, 2007 Wicked Weed sours, barrel aged sours for £1 a bottle. It was stupid. We must have got like 2 or 3 crates of them. So yeah, sometimes it was good to look out for certain deals. I have actually got some in-date beers next. This was just a beer I was having whilst I was setting up the stream, which took a little bit. Slightly changed my setup. I've got the parade on and on the phone. I'm hoping to maybe do something with YouTube when the parade's finished, because it's not on for much longer. They're on the Strand. Cheers, Jimmy C. Hello. I'm hoping that for this I'll be able to do some content with YouTube. I'll be able to do a poll or something. I don't know. I've never had YouTube and StreamYard run simultaneously. So I thought a little play around with that. StreamYard's got a couple of new-ish features, so I might have a little play around with them. I know this one is one, which I know Sammy was messing around with this the other day. I don't think it works until someone comments, but it shows the comments on the stage, which is a brilliant feature. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. It just does it apparently when someone starts commenting, I believe. So I might turn that on and off. One benefit of not going to the parade, I'm not going to be covered in flare dust, because I've been watching it for the last couple of hours and it's just constant flares. People are going to have red air for a week. But it's not happened for years. I went to the Victory Parade in 2019 for the Champions League. I think we're on a big run anyway, so I think I'm hopeful that I'll be able to do it next season. Been finalising the last bits of my trip to Australia. Hopefully see Sally from Short and Start Beer Reviews. That's going to be the start of next month. I'll see Harry just before I go for his beer festival, hopefully, depending on car MOT, because I'm getting down there. The car's due for the MOT before I go day of I go down. The day before the festival. So fingers crossed that all goes to plan. Just busy. My partner flew out this morning. That's why I was coming back from the airport. She flew out this morning. She does she's got an extended period of time off with work, paid as well. So she's had some time at home for the last week or so. And she'll have 2 weeks in Australia, well, nearly 2 weeks in Australia, and then I'll go and meet her for that because I don't get that paid long leave. So I've got to use what I've got. On the way back, I got stuck in traffic, which took me hours. Yeah, literally, and it took me just under 45 minutes to get to Manchester Airport, which is a really good time from where I am. And then it took me like an hour and a half to get back, which was not ideal. An hour and a half, nearly an hour and 45. So like almost double the amount of time. That's just because the M62 was terrible on the way back. I managed to pop in to Penny Lane, London on the way. Well, I was already delayed, so I thought, sod it. Before the parade hits, I'll grab some beers. So I grabbed some stuff. I was hoping to get the Azvex strawberry cheesecake manor, but it was not available. It's gone out of stock at Azvex. I'm hoping to source it from somewhere else. We'll see. I know they've still got the. It was not the manor, was the clementine and coconut that is available. It was the not stupid because that's the Old City one. Scoop the strawberry cheesecake scoop. So I'm hoping that is available somewhere. Hopefully, Penny Lane will get it in this week. I've got to Manchester to pick up a Cloudwater order. Jimmy, I'm drinking, as I mentioned before, it was this Chilean beer, which is called Rothhammer, is the brand, but I believe it's brewed by another brewery in Chile. I did have the name on Untapped, but it's the NASA Session IPA. So it's only 4.7, but as mentioned, I've got a really sweet deal on it, but it is out of date. It was £10 for 24 330s. But yeah, it's I've double checked it, and it is macro. It is micro, not macro. It's an independent beer. It is Polly's glass because my next beer is a Polly's beer. So I thought, let's not dirty two glasses. So yeah, I went to the Penny Lane Londis. They had quite a few Polly's beers in, and some interesting ones that I've actually not seen on the website. I do peruse the website now and again, just to see what they're getting, because sometimes it's worth doing an order. A lot of time, I do love Polly's, but they do a lot of IPAs and they do repeat a lot of hop pairings, which does irritate me. Craig's got a link. I have the links in our message if you want to join, Craig. Understand if you don't. I know you were going heavy over the weekend. But yeah, it does irritate me that my pet peeve is beers that are beers that they do brew the same. If they rebrew a beer with a certain name, but they change the hops, I always think that if that's the case, you should change the name of the beer. Just to show that distinct difference, because you've changed the hops, it's changed the beer. It's a different beer. Polly's do the opposite. I love Polly's, but they do the opposite, where they will do a almost identical pairing each time, and they will just name it different things. So like it'll be like Mosaic Strata something else. Mosaic Strata Sabro, but then they'll do a Sabro Mosaic Strata, different quantities of these hops, but the same over and over again. And I do like them, and I would honestly, I think the head brewer Lally is so talented. He's in the top 5 in the country, easy, hands down. He was when he was at Mad Hatter as well. He's just a talented guy, but I just think sometimes I just get sick of having essentially the same IPA, hazy IPA, over and over and over again. So I often will go for something different. Polly do sometimes they'll just go mad and they'll be like completely different beers. And this is what I've seen in the Penny Lane ones today. Different styles of beer, which I'm like, I'll just go for. They did it a while ago with red ales. At one point, they had 3 red ales on their site. One I've had before, which is the Welsh one they did for the Six Nations, Five Nations rugby, Welsh rugby. Yeah, which is a Welsh red ale, which is really nice. It is in Welsh, the name. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. But then they did 2 other ones, so that was also great. Yeah, I really like a Doppelbock. I don't think Polly's have ever done a Doppelbock, but this style I have next is that sort of, it's not a Doppelbock, but it's that sort of ilk. So yeah. So if I see them, I saw they had some IPAs which I picked up a couple, interesting hot pairings, but also there was 2 particular styles that you don't see from Polly's very often, especially one that you see a style particularly often, but not at that ABV. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to get that. Just because for the minute I've got these, well, not 24 anymore, but probably a good 15 easy. Maybe even higher than that, of these out-of-date beers left. But then I have nothing but big imperial stouts, and you can't. I can't. On a weekday, if I just fancy a beer with my dinner, just have the one beer. I can't do a 12%, 11% imperial stout with my dinner. It's just not. Just doesn't happen. So I end up building up these stack of imperial stouts, which I love imperial stouts, but I don't necessarily on a weekday, or even sometimes on Friday, do I want 440 mils of a 12%? So I end up building up high ABV beers, especially because they're not 330s, or even in the Vault City case, the 250s. I've got 250s as well. I just don't get chance to because the ABV. I think the Liverpool parade's coming right to an end there. Almost, so where I picked to go, they're almost to where that is, which is the very end of the parade route. They're currently going past that ship that I think it's called Daffodil, which is this is free on YouTube as well. So I think it's on the Sky and also the LFC app. They're going past that, which is right on the Strand, which is where the road backs onto the docks. I picked a position which I picked for the 2019 final. 2019 European parade route, which is modelled the 2025 Premiership one. They modelled on it. My spot is right towards the end, so I'm just waiting to see whether they'll go past where I was going to stand. It's not far off that now. It's probably about half a mile if that, and that's at the very end of the parade route. I am going to speak absolute gibberish, and I apologise for anyone watching this, but I do speak complete gibberish when I'm on my own. And even more so, I'm actually on my own at the minute, apart from the dog. So this week you will see some me talking absolute gibberish, just because I'm on my own. So, I've just gone past the very silly Premier Inn, which is a huge building right on the Strand. And I'm going into the other bit of the. It's going to be where I was going to stand was between the Coburg and the. It's not the Naval Club. It's it's the Yacht Club. Oh, hello, happy raging Matt. Let's see if I can see your comment now. If I hide it, I can't see it. Why is it? Right, hang on. It's put the words out of my mouth. Exactly what I do. Build up Imperials. I'll order them or get them drunk when I'm in the mood. Then they sit there. I don't hate them. Quite like. I don't hate them. Quite like them. But don't drink my. I suit my drinking habits. Yeah. I get that. Sorry, that's for people to read. I can't. It's very silly. I can't read it, and also I'm hoping that the young Mister Rob Hobson will be joining us probably in about 15 minutes. But I can't see Green Room, which is currently empty, and also comments at the same time on my phone. When the parade's finished, it'll be a lot easier because I'll be able to do the comments on YouTube and be able to put them on the YouTube screen, I think. We'll see. I'm just going to mess around with that. But yeah, nice to meet you. Happy Raging Matt. Brilliant. Happy or hoppy? Happy. Thank you very much for tuning in to this absolute dribble. Just an update on the parade. There is so much flare, red flare. It's ridiculous. I did see on social media that that Everton fan, who thought he was clever by relabeling red flares, relabeling blue flares as red flares and selling them cheap to Liverpool fans. There was a couple that must have been in storage but kicking around, but I haven't seen them on any of the TV footage, just on photos. My feed's got out because my YouTube app has picked this particular time to update, which is a bit inconvenient, but it's what happens when you use an old phone. So this is very nice, as I mentioned before. It is a bit lagery, it's a bit West Coasty. For a session IPA at 4.7, it's got a bit of bite to it, which is extremely unusual, but so is a Chilean session IPA, to be honest. I believe this was imported for the purpose of being in a particular a particular South American restaurant. I'm assuming that there's bankruptcy because they've stopped buying it, or a particular number of those restaurants closed down. That's why this was available. But yeah, just a quick update on the parade. They have just passed the yacht club where I was going to stand, I think. Can't really tell. Whoever's doing the LFC YouTube drone cam, taking some bloody awful shots. He's like way above everything, like so far height-wise. All you're seeing is flare. Oh no, they're not quite there. They're just passing one of the hotels on the docks. About 300 yards before where I was going to stand. I think from the angles that I'm seeing. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have been coughing for days with that all that flare. More people hanging out the windows of all the apartments. I believe that they're serviced apartments, so probably pay a pretty penny to have them tonight. It's going down all right, this bit. Not bad. It is clear, which is one of the typical signs that you would see on the West Coast. Obviously, me just sloshed it up to get a bit of the head generating. Let me know what you're drinking, people in the chat. There's 5 of you there listening to this auto dribble of me just talking complete bananas. Just drop us a message and let us know what you're drinking on this lovely bank holiday Monday. The weather is terrible. That's another thing I don't envy, along with the flare dust of the weather at the minute. Is constantly raining here in Liverpool. It has been since this morning. We had a bit of a break earlier on, but now it's still hammering it down. I'm trying to think what else. This week I've been been looking at places in Australia for us for me to go and have a look at drinking wise, specific to Sydney. Sydney is going to be a difficult one because obviously we've booked in a lot of stuff. Obviously, because it is a holiday, we're doing touristy stuff because I don't think we'll ever get to that part of the world again. At least not in the immediate future, at the very least. So it's going to be hard. It'll probably be on the way back from things or on the way to things. Maybe I can just pop in. But some of the stuff we're doing, it's like a full day. So it might be on the way to going to get dinner, or it might be on the way after dinner. Might be able to pop in for a couple of beers and try some of the local stuff, which I'm interested in doing. I know Sammy was saying to me, well, there's all this one out further, and it's so far out of the sea. I'm like, I can't just say to my partner, "Oh, can we go like 20 minutes out of our way just to go here?" And she's not a big beer drinker at all, almost none. Very few beers. She just like, so it's very unfair. But I will have a full day with him on the Saturday. That has been planned in Melbourne, which I'm looking forward to. I'm sure he has a little plan. I've got some bits and bobs that I've put in sort of my itinerary just in case either he runs out of ideas or on the extreme likelihood it's a new place he's not aware of, and I can go, this is around the corner, You probably know everywhere. He goes every other weekend. He is going to be the guide on this occasion. Well, full stop. He's going to be the guide. But I'm hoping to try some local stuff because we don't really get a lot of Australian and New Zealand beers here. We get a bit like 8 Wired now and again comes into the UK. Yeasty Boys are a weird one because they're not New Zealand, but they are. They're sort of New Zealanders based here now, brewing at Utopian on contract. But I know that they did brew in New Zealand as well. So I don't know if that operation's still going ahead. But breweries he used to review like Banks and Blue Mountain, Mountain Culture are ones that I'm looking forward to trying. Just trying to see where we're up to on the parade. It is towards the end, I think. I think we are right at the end of the docks before it turns. Oh, have they turned already? The angles on this are terrible. They're definitely going a lot quicker because the police are running now, which they were at a slow walk before. Yeah, I think that is the end of the parade. Whilst I've been gassing, yeah, they're on the road now. People are trying to keep up, but I think that's more or less the end now because they're getting to the main part of the road. And the fire brigade have closed off that part so they can go off. Right, let's see now if this will work on. I've got my sound down, so hopefully there's no silly bounce back. Don't have to hear my voice, which is also a good point because I don't know about you, but my voice is horrible. But I'm just trying to see. I'd rather not look at my face either, but that might not be an option. What I can do with the chat. Is there anything I can do? I can pin a message. What does that do? Nothing. Puts that up there, doesn't it? On pin. I've never done it this way because one, oh, 2 seconds. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry, the dog was whimpering and he's on his own in there. And I was like, why is he whimpering? So the comments do show on here, but don't show on. Why is it not showing now? Yeah, it's showing. And now it's all gone all fuzzy. Yeah, they are shown, but they don't show on here. So that's interesting. If I turn that off, will that just go? There's a massive delay. We'll see. Yeah, that's interesting that shows on there. I can't see that. It's very interesting. Yeah, I can't do anything to highlight. Why is that on top chat? What on top chat to filter messages? You silly thing. Yeah, I can't do anything apart from pin it. I can add moderators, which actually I wanted to do. I've already added. Yeah, so yeah, Jimmy. So I stream on StreamYard, but I've never been able to do through various things. So I've never hosted and had StreamYard and YouTube together, simultaneously. That's never happened before. I've never done that before, but I thought I wanted to try it out. But no, it's still StreamYard. I've always used StreamYard. But yeah, it's an odd one of what you can do with YouTube. Because like, if I just did live stream YouTube, no one could join. So I'm hoping that Mr. Rob Hopstein joins shortly. He'll be able to join. But if I just did a YouTube live, that can't happen. So that's one of them. Hello, Benjamin. We often joust a bit in comments, but you seem like a lovely chap. Yeah, spanner. I've got a lot of spanners already in, so I think I'll be all right for now. Let's see what we can do. Do a little spanner. There we go. A little spanner for you, D-lad. I think that's worked. I don't know. It's not refreshed. Oh, wow. Wow, what an experience. Oh. Yeah, took a while though. I pressed that ages ago and it was just took literally forever. The delay from StreamYard to YouTube is shocking. I didn't think the delay would be that much. Mahu, are you on holiday? What's going on here? On holiday? That's the only time I ever drink Mahu because it's that or San Miguel. That would be it. Hopefully not on this holiday coming up, but we'll see. Not seen you in Raggy's comments recently. Obviously, he doesn't do live really anymore, does he, Mr. Raggy? But I do watch his reviews now and again, especially when it's hauls and stuff, because sometimes he complains that he can't get certain things in the supermarket, but sometimes he's right on the money in the first one in there. I am shocked. I haven't watched his latest Home Bargains one, but I'll be shocked if he hasn't got the 4-pack at yeah, you're in Sheffield. Yeah, but I suppose it's on deal. Yeah, I just wouldn't. But if you're a big fan of Guinness, Benjamin, I would recommend that new stout in Home Bargains. I reckon it, taste-wise, slightly edges the flavour of Guinness. Maybe not quite the body, but in terms of flavour, it's brilliant. And it's $4.99 for 4. Yeah, I'd say, Jimmy, yeah, that stout. You get bits and bobs now and again. Love Lane, because Home Bargains is a Liverpool-based company, and they bought Love Lane and Higson's, which is a brand, traditional brand that Love Lane own. They are making it still at Love Lane Brewery for now. I think it's going to change when it gets contracted out after it closes at the end of the year. From the rumours I've heard. But they are doing a lot. They're doing a lot of bloody 5-litre mini kegs of Love Lane. I wish they were doing like decent beer in there. not just like the pale or the lager. And they did the New England, it was very brief, and then it was disappeared and gone. Yeah, I've always got a soft spot for Raggy. You're not a huge stout fan. Fair enough, German lagers, yeah. There was a weird, speaking of obviously home bargains and German lagers, they had a weird, check out Harry and Blue Nose Beer Reviews. He did a German lager from Home Bargain, which I, after a bit of research, found it was brewed by a proper regional German brewery, not one that you would know maybe as a UK person, even if you're into your beers. I think it's quite well known in the region of Germany. It is, but not really outside of that. They were brewing this golden lager for not quite a Hell's, close to a Dortmunder, I would say. It was brewed originally for the Russian and Chinese market. Obviously, Russian market, Germany can't sell to Russia because of the war. So I think that they were a bit overstocked, and I think Home Bargains managed to take them on. Yeah, I'm not aware of. I'm guessing that he must be, because, or someone at the top must be, because yeah, they do get some decent ones in. But I say, if you're a fan of Guinness, that it's not called Black Betty. I'm trying to think what it's called. Black Dorothy. It's called. I was thinking of the song then. It's a really good alternative for Guinness. Maybe flavour wise slightly better, I would say, but not on the body. But I sank 2 of them last night, which is unusual for me. I will always go from different beer to different beer, but I had one and I fancied another. So I've still got 2 left of the 4-pack. One's for Harry. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But yeah, IPAs, they get some decent. I say decent. They get some half decent IPAs, like Thornbridge stuff is decent in there. Just not Jaipur. I'm sick of Jaipur. Jaipur, it's all right, but I wouldn't opt to buy a 6-pack of it. Oh, was it you? He said someone he knew, and he didn't. He wasn't very specific about who it was. Well done, though. That was funny. If you check out formerly PA Brew News, now Ramillies Homebrew Beers, I think that's his new name. Paul, lovely at PA Brew News. Harry, I said to Harry, "Can I buy some of your beers?" Because Paul wants to try them with. He literally wanted all this traditional beer stuff. I was like, "That's all supermarket beer," and he was like, "Yeah, I want that though." I was like, "All right, okay." Some of it wasn't. Some of it I went to bottle shops and got. But a lot of the stuff I was just like, "Yeah, that's in Morrison's. I'll just go and get that on 4 for 3." So I sent that out to him, and Harry donated some of his beers because Paul wants to try his beers. And God, you can't get that in the US. So I sent them over. So he reviewed one. He's reviewed one so far. So I'm sure more will be out on the channel. Yeah, so you sent some Bradfield as well. Yeah, Belgian Blue. A lot of people give it a lot of crap, but I actually don't mind that beer. I'm not keen on the blonde. The blonde is a bit too floral for me. I'm not a fan of very floral blondes or golden ales. This one, so as I mentioned before, if anyone's in the chat now that missed what I said before, this is an out-of-date beer that I got £10 for 24 330ml bottles at a local bargain shop. And they had 3 different types. They had a golden ale, a red ale, and this one, which is the session IPA. Bit of a West Coasty session IPA. It's all right. But they were all out of date in January this year. And I split 2 packs with Peter from Casual Smokers Collective. And yeah, this doesn't quite drink as well, I don't think, as the red ale, but I've drank a lot. Most of the beer, of the 24, there must be like 16, 17 left. But out of the Of the like 8 I've drank, I would say like 6 have been the red ale. So I'm running low on the red ale, so I'm trying to drink the IPA instead. I don't think the hops have escaped that much from it. Yeah, I know it's a Christmas beer, but you do see it pop around like in bottles, and sometimes even after Christmas, like it kicks around on cask, especially up here. Don't get it a lot. There's a load of Sheffield breweries we get here. Bradfield is not one that we get very often. I know they're not Sheffield, but a Yorkshire brewery, Ossett, we get loads and loads of Ossett. They own portions of some pubs in Liverpool, so we get a lot of that, a lot of Ossett, a lot of Rat Brewery beers on cask in Liverpool. But I say, I'm trying to think. We don't get a lot of Smod. I wish we got more Smod. It's not a brewery you see very often. Smod. I'm trying to think what other breweries in Sheffield we do get. Yeah. Oh well, Thornbridge is it? Is it really Sheffield? It's not, is it? It's Bakewell. It's Derbyshire. Not even Yorkshire. It's not even Yorkshire. I was in. Went to Leeds for Kirkstall's Beer Festival about 3 weeks ago now. We went to the Thornbridge pub in Leeds. Not as good, I would say this now, nowhere near as good as the Birmingham Thornbridge pub. The Colmore is a miles better Thornbridge pub than the Banker's Cat. Miles better. It's a better layout, the better beer selection, the food smell. I didn't eat the food, but the food smelled better. Neat's End, yeah. You used to get lots of Neat's End in Preston. I like the rotating hop range. I think that's really, really good. Hello, Mr. Wilson. Hello, sir. Yeah, brilliant. The pizza's brilliant. I stupidly like, you know what you're like when you've had a couple of drinks, you go down and you go. This, or maybe this is just me. I go look at the menu and I either go for the one with all the meat on, or because I've been drinking, or I go for the hottest one I can, which is always a terrible decision to the next day. Always terrible. But I forever make it. But the one at the Colmore specifically, their hot pizza, which I think is the meat feast. It's like Diablo meat feast or something like that. Is right up my street, and that it tastes brilliant at the time, and you end up drinking more ale because it makes you thirsty. But you feel it the next day more than you would if you'd just been drinking. Yeah, I've seen that Thornbridge are opening another big pub. They're eyeing up quite a few locations. I do worry that I don't want them to expand too fast, because when a brewery expands too fast, they struggle, especially when they take on investors. I will literally be back in 2 seconds, just letting the dog out. Yes, the dog wants to go out. He's just eating his dinner, so I didn't think he'd want to go out in the rain, but he did. Abbeydale, yes, we get loads of Abbeydale. That was the brewery I couldn't think of. On cask, especially. Now and again on keg, but yeah, we get a lot of Abbeydale. Whoever's the Abbeydale sales rep for this part of the country earns his money, because he sells a lot of cask, I'll put it this way. Triple Point, I don't see. Only cans. Yeah, it's cans really. Money. Oh, is that what it is? That possibly what that pizza's called. I remember it being a lot of pepperoni and a lot of spice, which is right up my alley. I'm not even going to pause. I'm just going to let the dog in because he's getting wet outside. Hello. You're wet now from the rain. Yeah, probably. Ugh. Yeah, I can't remember either. Um, my mind's a blank at the minute for Yorkshire breweries. Um, yeah, Sheffield specifically. Can't think. Um, but yeah, no, Yorkshire's got some brilliant breweries. It's just, I say, we get a weird selection here in Liverpool. It's a very odd beer scene. It's not annoyed me, but just circumstance was that when I lived in Preston, the beer scene was almost nothing. We got a lot of cask in Preston, mainly from Blackburn 3Bs and not exactly Blackburn, but Morehouse's Pendle Brewery. We got a lot of cask that from that way. And that sort of sustained the cask market in Preston. But Preston now, with Chain House and what used to be, Jesus, they keep changing the name. They were Beer Brothers, and then they were something else, and now there's something else again. Seem to be ploughing forwards with Rimington, not exactly Preston, but they did have a bar there not even briefly, it was months and months and months and months. They're a big source for the Preston market in terms of keg and also cask. I know Red Rose is another one. It's not a great cask brewery, but again, it's building market. But I think Liverpool, we used to be the Liverpool beer scene was really, really good, but it takes a step back, and then it takes a step forward, and then it's two steps back, and then we end up getting a lot from sort of the local area. Asvex is one that's killing it right now, but with breweries closing a lot in the city, they seem to be out on their own. Do you like most of Sheffield beers? Yeah, they're not. They're not even Yorkshire. It's definitely Derbyshire. I know they were spawned from Kellenhound, and now they own Kellenhound. But no, it's not. That's like saying you'd count. What was I here the other day? Who was it? It wasn't Slurpee. It was someone else. With beers to buildings. What's his name? Can't remember his name. He's based over. He was saying Rivington is one of Bolton's brews. I'm like, it's not bloody Bolton. It's not even got a Bolton postcode. It's Chorley postcode, and that's the same. Yeah, it's not. It's a Chorley postcode. Chorley beer scene's an odd one as well. They've got some decent little bars, but there isn't really any brews of which to speak. Hello, Vanessa. Oh, can't show the chat. Hello, Vanessa. I saw some saying hello. Yes, he's the original guy from Neon Raptor, and the brewer currently for Asvex is Jack, formerly from YouTube, but more importantly, his pedigree is Atom. Although he did some Dynamite Stouts, and he continues to do that at Asvex. He was also at Love Lane briefly, but yeah, I think he's been given almost free reign at Asvex, and he's showing what he can do. Oh yeah, Heist. I've not had many beers from Heist. I've had a few. Top Rope, another brewery that's gone now in Liverpool, did a nice collab with them. I want to say it was a Peace Out. Can't quite remember that. I think that was the Emperor's one. I'm about to run out of beer at the minute. So the next one will be a Polly's beer. Again, that's that. Talking about beer scenes that adopt a brewery from out of the area, Polly's is definitely one that's all been adopted by the Liverpool beer scene, especially because the brewer lives in Liverpool or in the outskirts of Liverpool and travels to Mold, which is extreme North Wales. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Wilson. I know there's some financial irregularities, but I don't know if that's been resolved. Right, I'm going to get another beer, so I'm going to wash my glass out. I'm going to pause it. I'm just going to leave it. You have to watch me fat ass. Oh. Oh. Right, an on-out-date beer. Here we go. So this is actually a beer from Polly's, as the aforementioned before. And this is the Nelson Kolsch, which I love a Kolsch. The reason why I have a Polly's glass, because I didn't want to dirty another one. And this is uniquely singly hopped with Nelson Sauvin, which is unusual for a Kolsch. That's an unusual hop for a Kolsch, and that's what drew me to this. I didn't notice that it actually has some wheat in here as well as oats, which also is unusual for a Kolsch. Yeah, strawberries still don't count. It's a bit lively, this Kolsch. It's going to be pale. No, it's going to be pale. But it's got a lot of head on this one. Or maybe that's just mine, not bed for. Yeah, triple point, no, the ones I haven't been great. Been some of the pales are all right. Let's see if we can get a bit more in this glass. It's looking extremely pale, very, very pale. Slight haze to it. Don't know if that's a chill haze or just because, as I say, it's got oats and wheat in it. Let's give it a whiff. Move that out of the way. It's done. It smells wheaty. I don't know if that's my mind playing tricks on me just because I've read wheaty, but I'm getting a big whiff of wheat. Certainly malt, sweet malt. Not getting any of that grape that you would associate with Nelson. That white grape usually, but not getting anything through. Sweet malt, and I'm wondering how much effect the Nelson will have. Yeah, wheaty malty. Let's give it a go. Whoa, yeah, that white grape is there. Literally, it's like a big sort of a floral, watery flavour and the wheat, and then literally right at the last minute, that white grape sledgehammer at the back. It is literally like a. I'm sure that'll build the more I drink it, but it's literally the last minute it comes in big style. Yeah, that's what I do with beers. If I try a couple from a brewery, and if I'm not a big fan, I stop buying it. And I know that's probably how breweries go bust, but sometimes it's not that the market's saturated; it's that beers are a lot of money, craft beers. I think if you're spending, £3 to £5 on a can, and there is quality issues, that is a big red flag. I think for that price point, you can't take a chance on it. You can't. It's a reliability factor. Whereas I have beers where I'm impressed, or even if they're just like, okay, I'll give that brewery another go. Like if I see something I'm interested in. Triple Point are one of those ones that have caught me foul in the past. Wild Child out of Leeds as well. That's another one that's I've caught foul, so I don't buy them anymore. I'm very selective on Northern Monk. I think their quality is iffy when it comes to the core range stuff. I think they do better still in the patrons project, and I'd be more likely to buy an Northern Monk beer if I know it's a patrons project, just because I know that little bit extra quality's there. Yeah, I've been to the tap room. Yeah, that's another bad sign as well. Okay, yeah, you might get some issues from a can that stems from the canning line, or the lack of knowledge or skill using the canning line, and the beer is still there. But if you're trying it on tap in the tap room and it's not, there is issues. That's a big, massive red flag, isn't it? Not in a good way. I think craft beer. I think in the craft beer, the type of person who buys tends to know what's good, average, and shit. Yeah, I agree to a point, but you've also got to take into account in that market the people that are trying it for the first time. I know Salt has won a lot of people round with their stuff recently because they're being stocked in pubs that are tied. Rob is here, and he'll probably have some input to why Salt are able to get into some pubs that are tied, because he's all knowledgeable.
Sorry, I had issues with my no battery on my laptop, so I had to plug it in and shit. So I'm actually in my Owen's room.
No worries. I had to fiddle around with my setup, so it was. Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah. Fine. The beer one, man, is shit, to be honest. But from Tasda, Siren.
Okay.
What's it called? Reoccurring Dream.
Yeah.
I've gone for a blurry background, and there were an option on the camera which could touch up, and I made it put very strong.
Very strong touch up.
What's that gonna do?
Oh, you've got
touched up. Woo.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, it's fucking garbage. I really like Siren. It's a 4.6 breakfast stout. So it's a lower ABV version of. Well, it's not though, is it?
I was going to say
Broken Dream.
What Broken Dream's not that high ABV wise?
I think it's like 6.5. So for super,
no,
yeah, it is.
Is it?
It's 6 something.
Shattered Dream's up there, but I didn't think Broken Dream was
like 10.
No,
is
it?
Yeah, I looked into it. So I picked it up, and I didn't realize what it was. I was just a bit like, I don't know about you. I sometimes buy beer to make myself feel better.
Yeah.
And I went to the supermarket and was like, oh, I'll buy some beer. And the Citra IPA I think it's really nice. I had another one last night, which I can barely remember, but wasn't pissed. We were just end of a long week. Well, we continue with that long weekend. 96.5 is Broken Dream. Yeah. And because we were at Saltaire Brewery yesterday. I know you're just talking about Salt.
Yeah.
We're at Saltaire Brewery yesterday. It was a supposed beer festival. It were only £3 in, but it wasn't a fucking beer festival. It was a festival, I guess, but at a brewery. But it was just there. It was just their tap rooms open with the same, pretty much 90% the same beer on each bar.
Other than Saltaire, was there any other brewery? No.
Yeah.
It's like the way Wetherspoons do a beer festival, and it's not.
That's better. I'd say that's better. But then we went to the pub called Junction, which is just run. Well, I used to live really quite near it, but it was fucking garbage at that point. And but it's really good now. And they've just won Bradford Camera Pub of the Year, and they had all sorts of really good stuff on there. I had a Pentridge, I had a new Northern Monk. I think it must be a series they're doing. It's just low ABV cask, but it was with Harlequin. And then the owner of Northern Monk came in for a beer. And I'm like, well, it's clearly a good place for it. I can't remember what else they had on cask. Yeah, they were all good. Keg, had Faith on. I can't remember what else they had. Oh, they had what's it called? Saint Andrew, Saint something. They're knocking around at the moment.
All right.
Pale ale from them. But yeah, it's a good pub. It's a good pub. So there are a better range on there than there was at the beer festival.
It's not St Andrews. What is it? Are they Edinburgh based? I can't remember the name.
I think they are. Yeah, I know
they went
Saint somewhere.
It's Andrew something, isn't it?
Saying something.
I can't remember. But their tap room in the centre of Edinburgh went, because I went there one year when we went to the festival, and then I went at the Edinburgh Festival, and then I went the year after. It was gone. I was just like, "Where's this gone?"
No, it's not St Andrew, is it?
No, it's definitely something Andrews. And
is it?
I'm sure.
I'll find it.
They're Edinburgh based.
The junk. Oh, Edinburgh Breweries. I heard. Brewery. It's definitely Saint Summit. I'm sure it's Saint something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Untapped. Yeah. The junk show.
I don't know what this comment's about. Stream Boo. That doesn't sound dodgy at all, does it? But I don't think my YouTube moderators can touch when it's on what's the name? The other thing
don't know what you're talking about.
Twitch. Yeah, it's a Twitch comment. They're on Twitch as well.
Oh right. Oh well, they're all insane.
They're not. The Canadian beer tubers are absolutely smashing Twitch at the minute. If you're Canadian and you're not on Twitch and you like beer.
Apparently Benjamin said not touched up that grey hair. Fuck you.
I don't know if you called it before, but I'm on a very strange beer from Polly's.
Ooh, what is it?
Nelson Kolsch.
Okay.
Nelson Kolsch. So it's a single hop Nelson Sauvin Kolsch.
Huh. Oh,
it's like really
easy to make a lager, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy that they called it a Kolsch and not called it a lager when they still make it with ale yeast. That really annoys me. Just going through comments, everyone saying hello.
Idea what this fucking brewery's called. No idea what that brewery's called. I'm not even going to try and look.
Benjamin wants to try the Northern Dipper.
Yeah, is that one that Simon posted video of? I've not
seen it. Can't remember what it's called.
The ads, the one in the big can. Beyond?
Oh, yeah.
They had that. They had something else, but...
Next question for you.
The Mills Little, yes. No, I've not. I've tried one or two of their IPAs, but no. Are they any good?
I've had bits and pieces from them, usually out of a free beer 52 box.
Mainly big stouts I go for from them guys. I mean, we haven't seen it as much as recently, and it is mainly stouts. But I did notice what the Trembling Manus game. I'm sure they got in some Demers recently.
Have they stopped doing the barcode series? Is that gone? That's done.
I think it's probably like a yearly thing, isn't it? Why somebody bought it or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I've not seen it for ages. I just thought I didn't know whether that they just stopped doing it because at one point you couldn't move for the different types of barcode impies, could you?
There's right. Hang on, because there is a barcode. So Trembling Manus have got a toaster IPA with Le Debauche blueprints. Those blueprints must be the series. Skateboard West Coast IPA. Then there's a Rocky Road Pastry Stout, coconut coffee, barley wine.
All right.
I think we've got a barley wine in Becky's fridge, which has been there for ages. Got nothing low
so many in the
alcohol. They've got a triple IPA, Nectron triple IPA. Then they do have a barcode, which is turquoise orange. It's called barrel aged imperial stout, barrel aged in Girvan North British grain and Heaven Hill bourbon barrels.
It's Girvan Scotch. So Scotch and bourbon. So I wonder if it's Scotch barrels that are ex bourbon. or whether it's a blend.
It's not cheap. £16. £16.50.
Have you ever seen a bottle of Girvan Scotch? That's not cheap either. I think they stopped brewing in. They stopped. It's one of those ones they stopped distilling, because I remember Chapter did, and their big bottle series they did in 1991 Girvan, and it was one of the. I remember Noah saying it was one of the last. It was like a later one that they did. So if that 1991 was considered a later one, I don't think they really went into the 2000s.
Right. Yeah, it's saying the Merslytle, they must have dropped the duh. It's here. It's we have a 5-grain stout base that's been freeze distilled.
Right.
A unique combination of exceptional barrels given off British Grain and Evan Hill. Go ahead and read it again. That's basically is a free distill, meaning it's been frozen separately. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. Yeah, so it's been freeze distilled. So that'll be nuts.
14% minimum.
Might not get that. I always loved the backup beers, but they were all like 12, and they're all really nicely bourbon barrel aged.
Yeah.
But that sounds a bit much. I've had some of their like I've had like an 18% imperial stout from them, and it was just too much.
Are they 440s as well, or are they 500s?
Yeah, 440s. Yeah.
Do you want? That's what I was saying before. I was having a little bit of a rant. Do you want 440 ml can of 12% beer on your own?
Well, I think that very much splits beer tube, doesn't it? You've got like Dave, Craft Beer Basic will be.
Yeah, Rowie wants a pint of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Me, I say less.
Yeah.
Less beer, less money.
Whereas this is really nice at 5.2. I could easily smash a pint of that.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, that's the intention, isn't it? Yeah, this is kind of. I was saying in my video, the coffee really doesn't come through. It's kind of just a bit bitter. It's a bit more than a mild, but and a little. I guess it's because it's 4.6, I think, so it's a bit stronger than mild, but it's got very little body, as I fully expected, but it don't have the sweetness to balance it out. But the coffee just isn't shining, and then it's a bit. It could be a bit like a black lager, like a really pokey black lager, but it seems a bit pointless. But
I've picked up, speaking of not black lager but black IPA, I picked up the Cloudwater Mino collab, which is black IPA. I've got to go and get it from Cloudwater because my intention was to go and get it on the way back from the airport today, but it's not ready.
They're not open, are they, today? I don't think, anyway.
Sadler's Cat, though. I was going to get it Sadler's Cat, but right. they haven't moved it over from the brewery.
Yeah, I would be a bit of a loose end today, and I would have completely gone into Manchester and gone to Track in Cloudwater. But
I was driving, so I had to.
That shit.
So I'll go next week. I'll drive down mid because I've got to get bits anyway for Sammy because he wants a fresh Track and a fresh door shot. And cool. I'm on my own for the next 2 weeks, so I'll just pick a night this week and I'm not tired and just drive it down and pick them up.
Yeah. Well, Thursdays, I think, Track release new stuff, don't they?
Yeah. But I could go like at 8 o'clock on a Thursday or something.
The rebrew, was that this week? The rebrew of the Fidens collab, Maiden.
Yeah.
Another rebrew that, didn't
they? Yeah, I'll see what.
I've got the Verdant. I'd normally be at Becky's on Wednesday, but I'm not this week. So, in order to just give myself something to do on a Wednesday night, I got because we normally have a drink on a Wednesday night. I got the Verdant and Track Flux beers. I think I'm going to do a live stream of them. But they're not. I'm traveling Madison. They're not got well. The Pale's got a 4. The IPA's got a 4.1, and then the double's not even got a rating. I must do. Come on, it's fucking Verdant and Track. I mean, Verdant
might not be enough. Untapped, you have to have so many ratings, don't you? Before I want to say it's 500. I think you have to have 250, 500 before it gives you a proper rating.
Yeah, because they have that widget on Traveling Madison's website. Oh, it's got 4.2. It's a double IPA. Yeah, it's using NZH 101. Yeah, I saw a video with is it James, the fellow with white grey hair at Verdant, saying it's like the hoppiest beers I've ever made.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought Sammy might want that, but he brewed at Verdant, aren't they? So I don't know whether he was looking for. I don't know whether I can pick him up at track, and B.
I think you might be able to, because they did post it on their social media.
Yeah, right. On communicate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
so
look on their Instagram, I think they might have some, but then again, it might sell quickly because there's.
yeah, but I'll go in the tap room. So even if they're not on the site, they might be in the tap room.
Maybe. Give it a look.
So yeah,
But yeah, so I've got them for another day. I've got some more. I've got a bunch of beers that we didn't drink last night. I've got all three beers.
We got Craig's last night.
Core range. No, we were at Thingy. We were at Saltaire, and then Ido in the evening. But then Becky fell asleep at about 8:30, so I didn't have else to drink after we got back. So oh no, we had that one siren, and then she fell asleep. So I didn't have any more. I've had a lot of just pretty fucking shit cask. We went to a gig and punk all day in Working Man's Club in Saltaire, but they had a bunch of beer on it, all from Craven. Craven are good. They're Skipton Waits. Dave Sanders, who used to be head brewer at Ellen, and then he was original head brewer at Kirkstall.
Yeah.
It's his little setup, and they were all nicely done. I mean, but it were like, I think it were like a best bitter at 3.4. There were a pale at 3.8. There was another pale at 4, and then there were a golden ale at 4.2. So after like 6 pints, I wasn't feeling it at all, but I was just a bit full of a decent cask, but a bit like, you know what I mean, a bit.
I think I've only had one beer from them, and I got it for free, and it was the VIP Victorian Porter.
Nice.
We got a bottle of that for free because I went to go and buy it at BeerX with tokens, and they were like, "No, it's all free now." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll have that, please."
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
It should probably be Ellen 1864 or whatever it is.
It was that ABV. It was 6. I want to say 6.2, 6.5.
It's his calling card. I mean, Ellen 1864 or whatever, and then it was Black Band Porter at Kirkstall, and now it's that VIP.
Was it about 6.5?
It's kind of like what he's known for. So yeah, it is good. The tap room's quite nice. It's in a little industrial estate, just near Keighley, between Keighley and Skipton, and but because I think Steve, who owns Kirkstall, is paid is part owner of it because it's full of all his gear. Full of
silent
all these mirrors and stuff. Yeah. It's not that silent because it's just rammed full of all these obsessive collecting of
quiet partner.
Breweriana. But I'm like, yeah, this is just full of fucking old mirrors, isn't it? And stained glass. So, I mean, they're next to like a place that makes PVC windows, but you kind of go in, it's quite nice. And there's a bit of housing. So they were quite, we've been one time, there was plenty of people. Food looked quite nice. But, yeah, for what it is, they've done quite a nice job. But and beers, yeah, it's all pretty well done. I think they do pretty much everything as well. It's a small brewery though, tiny.
There's not many regional breweries left, but especially Yorkshire, I would say there's not many left. What, Timothy Taylor's maybe? You consider a regional brewery, but I do sometimes wonder whether Kirkstall and Thornbridge would ever merge to become a regional brewery and just have them as brands.
Well, what? I mean, regional brewery, that's a very historical term, I'd say. I don't know if that exists anymore. I mean, because you cover a region, I guess, don't you?
Yeah, that's what it would be, Yorkshire.
But I mean, if you're going to say that, well, Kirkstall, if you can't go anywhere in an LS postcode without it being Kirkstall.
Yeah, but on the LS, if you went to York and stuff like that, would you still get a lot of Kirkstall, or would you get iffy?
I think you probably get some, but yeah, it won't be as omnipresent. It's everywhere.
Yeah. But I just think those two breweries together.
They're not a big brewery. They've got a decent output, clearly, but I guess that's the thing. If you don't need to,
He's just picking up brands, though, isn't he? He's just picking up brands. That's all the time.
Yeah.
And I think Thornbridge would probably be more of a merger due to the size of Thornbridge rather than just to pick up a brand.
I don't think that would need to happen because both people at the heart of those businesses have got a lot of money.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they own a fucking stately home, don't they? What's it called? Jim.
Thornbridge Hall.
Jim. What I forgot what he's called. His wife. I mean, I don't know. Not that I'm going to get myself into bother, but yeah, she made a lot of money off of government contracts. Did his wife?
Oh, really?
Apparently, that bankrolled it. So dirty Tory money, I think it is.
Depends what era. Could have been dirty Labour money.
Like 90s, I guess.
Government contracts. They're both as bad as each other, aren't they? Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't think those kind of things need to happen anymore. Because you mean, it's like when you watch Great British Pub Crawl. That's good.
I was watching the Blackpool one today.
That in a minute. When you watch that, there's that salt Alpacalypse.
Yeah.
Which I would drink when I got bored of the cask on Saturday night. I had a pint of that just to have a bit of fizz and a bit cold, and it don't taste of a hell of a lot. But I mean, that's everywhere.
But that's going for the sweet spot, though. It can't be too like. I know we would want a very flavorful IPA, but your average bod on the street wouldn't. It's hitting that sweet spot.
Oil. Yeah, it's neck oil, Mark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfectly all right, but it's everywhere. So that's getting around, isn't it?
Yeah. How are they getting into those markets? I don't know.
I bet they've got into some partnership with somebody.
Probably. That wouldn't surprise me.
Salt's small. Salt's not big, but they'll be free.
Craft Union is the one I'm thinking that they might have done that. Craft Union pubs, they tend to be.
I looked into it. Becky mentioned it. The Great British Pub Crawl. Apparently, he's been posting stuff about this fucking Sam Smith's pub, which he wasn't responsible for it closing down. Because apparently the people who let him film in there were like, yeah, go and film because it's
was it his filming? I didn't realise it was his filming.
It was his filming.
Right. Okay.
Because he went and looked around it, and it looks amazing as a place. It's fucking mental, though, isn't it?
He's an arse, though, the owner of Sam Smith's, isn't he?
Lunatic.
Yeah.
What happens when he dies? Then does he just disappear?
I believe he has children somehow. Someone somewhere decides to procreate with him.
I did look into it. Yeah, he does have a wife. I remember that.
God help her.
No, she's going to be fucking loaded soon.
I know. Maybe she'll off him.
There it is.
Do you ever want a favour?
When I was looking, there was this picture of him sat in a pub looking on his mobile phone.
Yeah, which is brilliant. What he yeah. No, I was watching the Blackpool version of the Great British. I've watched day 1 and day 2 now, and he goes to in the day 2 one. He goes to the Reform pub. I didn't realise that was Blackpool.
All right,
it's quite interesting.
I found a thing on Mail from last year said revealed Victorian owner of Sam Smith's Brewery is finally set to quit his 200 pub empire in months, but will his very strict rules, including bans on phones and swearing, go with him?
And newspapers.
Apparently, that was last December. He was meant to be quitting.
Yeah. He's like Mr. Burns, though. He just keeps going on, doesn't he?
Yeah. How old is he? He is old. He's 80.
Yeah, Mr. Burns. That's what I just said.
He's not got long left, has he? Humphrey Richard Woolcombe Smith, 80 years old. How
many children does he have? Does that
in December? 2.
2. I was going to say if it's more than 2, they're not all his.
One's called Maud, and the other one's called. Would you like to take a guess?
Don't know. Jeffrey with a G.
It's quite on the nose, shall I say?
Oh, is it a junior?
Nope, it's Samuel.
Okay.
So you'd hope. Oh, partner, they're not married then.
She wanted to get out clothes. Maybe
She didn't want. He didn't want her to have any of his fucking money. That's why I bet.
That's possibly it.
Julie Gladstone. She's
Uh,
an actress.
bloody hell.
Unless it's a different one.
She's putting up with him. She deserves an award.
Oh, well, no, it's one short film.
That's not an actress, is it?
Probably not now. But yes, so there you go.
Yeah.
He's gonna like him, isn't he?
James.
Yeah, this was the thing saying, yeah, it says close. This is this pub that closed. It says, due to someone posting pictures of the Abbey on social media, Sam Smiths have taken the alcohol and closed these premises. That was a sign that was put on the pub door.
Yeah, he put it on himself. You know,
who did?
Humphrey.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, that was what I saw. I think he's mad.
He went over there and
Yeah.
I can't remember where it was. Because it was it's in Derby.
Yeah.
It's why is it a bad thing?
Well, he's based in Lincolnshire, isn't he? He's on the Lincolnshire border.
Why would it be an issue to show what the pub looked like?
Because you've taken social media into his pub and he doesn't want that.
All right. Fucking nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, he's crackers.
But yeah,
James, hello, who I'm hoping to see when I go and see Harry at his beer festival next month before I go to
a couple of weeks, isn't it? Is it next week?
No, it's not next weekend. It's the weekend after. Yeah, because next weekend is strangely still May.
Is it?
It's the 29th, 30th of May.
Yeah. When's payday?
Sorry?
When's payday? I need it.
Yeah. No, it's literally the last days of May is next weekend. And then I go to Harry's on the 5th, 6th, 6th, and 7th. And I come back on the 8th. And then I fly to Australia on the 9th.
That's amazing.
But my MOT is on the 5th before I go to Better Path.
You know what I'd like to do? Go drinking with Harry for 3 days before I have a 24-hour flight. That'd be exactly what I'd want to do.
Have you ever seen me? I just sleep on flights anyway, so it makes no odds whatsoever.
Oh, I just feel rotten there.
The dogs come in with me to Harry's as well.
All right. I don't sleep on flights annoyingly.
No, I slept on a flight to Dublin from Liverpool.
About half an hour.
Well, yeah, it's 45 minutes, but it takes 15 minutes to land and take off.
I remember we got up, they gave us a cup of coffee, and I'd not actually got into my cup of coffee before we were going down.
I was dozy on the
flight.
You go
up, and then you're in your flat for about 15 minutes, then you're down again.
Yeah, then you're down again. It took longer to land Circle in the airport.
I've been looking at. I mean, there might be times when I'm a bit of a loose end during school holidays, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'd like to go to Belfast. And I was looking at like where you can get there from, but it's Manchester. I think you can do it from Leeds. Because from Leeds it'd be a piece of piss, but you can get a bus from middle of Shipley to the airport.
You know what you need to do on the Easter holidays next year? You need to come with me and Harry to the Isle of Man and have some premium cask.
Well, you never know.
Quick train to Liverpool, and then it's a shorter flight than Dublin.
Nice.
We did we got a cup of coffee and a shortbread biscuit because we flew with Scottish airline. What are they called? Loganair.
Is there a Scottish airline? I did not know.
They are the Scottish airline, Loganair.
Nice.
And
I'm
we
gonna go
got
and grab a beer that I enjoy more than this.
Oh, okay, not enjoying it. I don't know why Craig doesn't join. He's here. Come on, join. I know you had a heavy night last night. Well, what day are we on? Saturday night.
Did Craig do another of his crazy 24-hour streams the other day?
He did a silly. He was on in the morning, on Sunday morning.
I can't do it. I'd be out of commission for a week if I did that.
I've been to bed and got up and he was still going.
With me, mate. I stayed up until 3 watching a bit of WrestleMania with me, mate, and I was fucking done for 4 days. By the way, I've got Rothouse pills.
Stand.
Rothouse pills.
The answer to Jimmy is nearly gone. There's not a lot of it left.
Got the Craft Beer Festival. Got that all booked in. Oh yeah, and then I booked. As it turns out, it's Becky takes the girls away to Spain.
Are you doing the London one? Sorry.
No, not
London Craft
Beer Festival.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I think you said London.
No. And then as it turns out, it's when Becky takes kids away every year, and it's not for me going to Mallorca or something, and it's expensive. It'd be cost me $2,000. I'm like, I'd be just getting upset.
No way.
Annoying English people. No, if I took me and Owen,
kids, yeah,
like 8 nights or something, all inclusive.
Oh, all inclusive. Okay, yeah, but
I wouldn't be able to cope with the people. I avoid those people as best I can on a regular basis. Bad enough going to Asda and Shipley. But I couldn't cope with that. It upset me. And just for the cost, I can't. Anyways, but as it happens when she's away, her last night is the same day as the track. Welcome to the Neighborhood. So the other night, they posted, I only got last few tickets left for the afternoon session. I'm like, oh no, I'll just fucking get it. I paid, I do that PayPal thing where you can pay in 3 installments.
Oh yeah, I've never done that. Peter's done it.
I've done it recently a couple of times. I use PayPal so much.
Yeah.
Trembling Madness is all paid through PayPal, so I'm a valued customer.
Well, I know it's looked down upon, but I do occasionally order from Temu, and I double protect myself by doing PayPal and Revolut. Wow. So I have a Revolut disposable card, and I use it through PayPal so that I can't take extra payments. I've got T-shirts. There was surprisingly a lot of T-shirts I wanted. So for my Australia trip, I've got 3 T-shirts on the way, plus a bit of a new charging wire.
Oh yeah, we had one. It kind of melted.
Yeah, you don't fill me full of confidence there.
No, mine's fine, but Becky's. I'm like, what's that smell? We were like, oh. I think it's just Tilly left it plugged into a device for 12 hours or something. Well.
Right.
No, I've got some trainers. They're really weird. They look like burgers.
I nearly bought them. They've been in my wish list for ages. I've nearly bought them a few times.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick burger trainers. They're a bit weird.
I did think, because I've got flat feet, I was thinking I'll need to get some extra inner soles for them.
Yeah, you will, because they're really.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
I've got really high insteps, so
I have the opposite. I barely have an instep.
That's my fucking burger trainers.
Yeah.
The laces are very long.
Yeah, that's fine.
The weird thing is there's no holes. It's all these loops.
Yeah, that's good. It's cheaper.
And on the bottom of the sole, it's got how the kind of molding is like that. On this one, there's
Yeah.
like clearly a bit issue with the molding, and there's a bit missing from it.
Just put a screw in.
Yeah. It's just a fucking empty bit. Probably where the molding popped off or something, and it's like it's taking a bit away. So I use them to walk up to Asda with, take bins out, things like that.
Yeah,
they do. I'd need to buy some inner sole things, but I think they'd cost more than the actual shoes.
I usually only get Nike or Adidas, not because I'm a brand snob, but because my feet are so flat, I wear through soles very quickly. So I did. That was one of the reasons why I didn't. I was like looking at going, I'll wear through the sole on that. I've nearly wore through the sole on my Adidas at the minute. I wear them until they fall to bits. So I've got to go and get some new trainers before Australia. But yeah.
Yeah, I wear the same silhouette of Vans. It's a slightly different version, different colorway when it's in the sale.
We usually get Adidas and Gazelle variations of.
All right, because they're quite flat.
They are, which is good for my feet because they're flat anyway. And as soon as I try and put an inner step in them, I wear through the heel.
Ah, right, fair enough. Well, they're
just pushing down.
So if you didn't want much support, these would be ideal for you. But yeah, they're like 20 quid or something. They're all right. Yeah. The laces is very, very long.
That's good. You just do a big loop and then double it.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's still a bit fucking long. If I can. There you
what
go.
do I want? Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'd rather have too long than too short.
Yeah.
Too short are a pain in the arse.
Oh well. Yeah. So I've got a ticket for the Welcome to the Neighbourhood, which is Fidens.
Yeah.
And whoever they select to be on it as well. I thought, oh, that'd be fun.
It's North Park last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, Finback last year.
North Park the year before.
And yeah. And every year I'm always like, oh, we should have gone to that.
Yeah, same.
Why not? I mean, it's not cheap, but I didn't go to Hop City, so.
What date is that?
It's right at the end of August. It's like 28th.
All right. I might have a look. Thanks. I haven't got anything on August bank holiday. That's actually a free bank holiday for me.
Yeah, it's like 11:30 till 4:30 it's session. Because if not, I would have to get a hotel in Manchester. Like it's like 5 till 10 or something. Like nah.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That's why I was like, I'm not doing a night session because the trains were dodgy enough to coming back on the day session. Never mind night session. Yeah. It was just you can't trust them.
No, you can't.
So, no. And then paying out Manchester or Leeds, paying out for a weekend hotel, you're looking at easy minimum 80, 90 quid.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that bloody Satchers hotel for about 165 quid. It's like one of the worst hotels in the country.
Yeah, I think last time the cheapest I found was Media City, but it meant taking the tram out to the Premier in there.
It's more expensive than London is Manchester. It's mental. Yeah, I'm thinking about potentially early the same week or sometime during school holidays to go down and see Craig. I messaged him earlier to go down. But then once again, staying like Margate or Ramsgate is fucking ridiculously expensive.
Seaside town.
But I looked and because I'd want to go to Flock, definitely that would be one of my top places. And Canterbury was quite reasonable.
Yeah.
It's 25 minutes from it's 25 minutes on train from Ramsgate. So
yeah, the train's quite good.
Yeah. So I thought that'd be nice. And then do a day of like micro pubs. A day around
Ramsgate.
Craig's places, all these like Little Swift and all that business. And then have a day doing like micro pubs or something in like Ramsgate, Margate area.
Is Xylo still going?
Never. Who?
Xylo. They're a little brew pub by him. Him and Jake used to go.
Okay. Seems like a bunch of places in Canterbury, but yeah, I really like Flock. They're one of my favourites at the moment. I buy pretty much everything I can get from them. I do like Flock.
Yeah. I don't see them a lot. No.
Trembling Madness.
I know. I haven't done Trembling Madness order in ages. I really want to do a Optimist order, but he hasn't got any. I haven't got a full order. I'm not doing a partial order every time I get to like 30 quid, and I'm like, there's nothing else I want on here.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Canadian stuff I was curious about in Trembling Madness at the moment as well.
What breweries met them? Or
Superflux.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, they did a cold can what looked like a little dog.
Oh, right.
Who else were the Badlands?
I'm listening. I'm going to go and grab another beer. I don't know if I'm going to go pale or dark.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that might have been it. Badlands. But I need to be on TikTok to get any interest on those, don't I? Apparently.
No,
yes,
not TikTok.
I'd say, yeah, Rothaus Pills. I'm a fan. I'd always go. Rothaus, one of my favourites, and that's I've always trying to figure out a time, an opportunity to go to Freiburg. It's one of me. It's such an attainable goal.
Oh.
And you fly to Basel in Switzerland. I've seen returns for 42 quid.
Yeah, but that Basel's really. Oh,
and then you just get and it's like an hour on train from Basel to Freiburg. Because if not, you can fly into Frankfurt, I think, or you can fly into Strasbourg. But they were so much more expensive than flying to Basel.
The problem flying to Strasbourg is you have to deal with the French, and that would immediately put me off.
And I've never been to Switzerland, so I'd be like, all right, let's fly into Switzerland.
Yes, Swiss are fine. It's the French that's the problem. Pale or dark?
What you said?
I said a Kolsch, didn't I?
It depends what you want to do. I mean, I've gone very pale. I went disappointing dark beer, reliable lager, and then I'm going to have an IPA. That's my plan.
Then I will go IPA because I don't really want to do a 6.2% stout, which I've only just taken out of the fridge.
Yeah,
I don't really want to go straight to a double.
I might have a similar kind of thing. That was nice. That's nice.
I haven't had it yet.
Yeah, I did it a couple of weeks ago. It was nice. I've got a kind of talking of that mid-strength stout. I've got a kind of Bullhouse El Capitan.
Oh, I've had that before, I think.
I like Bullhouse. That's one of the reasons why I'm playing around with the idea of going to Belfast. It's like it's quicker to get there than it is to get to like Newcastle. And probably but then hotels.
You go from Leeds Bradford?
No, I don't think they do it. It'd be Manchester, which is a pisser. Fucking Manchester Airport's so expensive to get to. And
not to Liverpool.
It's long. It would be even longer.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just getting to Liverpool was probably the same amount of time getting to Manchester for me from Leeds.
Yeah, and then once you get into city centre,
getting to Manchester Airport, yeah, exactly. Getting to Manchester Airport, the same distance, same time as getting to just Liverpool to Lime Street.
Yeah, but it is only 15, 20 minutes from the centre on the train.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to
the bus is 5 minutes. It's a free bus from the train station.
Well, I've never flown from Liverpool. Flown from Manchester.
Well, Africa got a bar in it. That's about it.
Manchester, Newcastle, Bristol, East Midlands.
I've gone from East Midlands before.
Stansted.
They've never gone from Stansted.
We actually went to Prague from Stansted. Must have got some deal.
Yeah.
It seemed an unnecessary thing to do. We could have gone from fucking Manchester. Probably go from.
I've gone from Heathrow.
We went from Was it Prague or was it or was it Barcelona? One of the two, but it was unnecessary going to Stansted for it.
Yeah.
Somebody's ex-sister-in-law, ex-brother-in-law's brother lives nearby and he ran us to airport. But then it's a fucking. What do you mean? Best part of 3 hours drive down to theirs. But you can leave your car there. And, I can see the benefits, but whatever. It's a long time ago. Yeah, no, but that's only London-ish, in it.
Yeah, it's not really London, is it?
Or looking at, I get like pointed ads on Instagram for flights with BA. I'm like, ooh, they're listening to you. So after seeing Harry's trip to Estonia, I was like, they keep popping up. Flights to like Riga keep popping up. I'd love to go to like Piala. That'd be.
They do flights to Estonia from Liverpool. Just point that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Who with?
I think it's with not Sky Blue. What are they called? Blue. JetBlue.
All right. Direct only though.
Yeah.
I can't go. I can't.
They just don't run every day.
It's the going down. It fucking does my ears. I feel weak.
I'm fine as long as I've got chewing gum or a boiled sweet. I'm okay.
I've got like constant congestion. So
Airwaves chewing gum.
Yeah, I've tried all sorts of things. Decongestion is maybe the best thing for it, but I forgot to get them this time. But yeah, so I was deaf for like fucking 3 weeks afterwards, getting back from Poland.
No, Airwaves.
I'd love to go to thing as well. I'd love to go to Wrocław and Krakow as well. They'd be top of the list.
Krakow, definitely. I've been to Krakow from Liverpool direct.
I think Wrocław, I think you can go from Leeds Bradford.
Yeah.
And it's, as far as beer goes, it's one of the best places. That's where Stu Mastow is, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where I got invited there to National Beer Festival to like speak on stage, but it all just got a bit stressful. Yeah, when we signed,
why? You're such a good orator.
Thank you. No, it was more him being stressful and got balls.
Oh right, okay, I get that.
We'd agreed to go from Liverpool because it felt quite equal. I mean, it's a bit further for him, but not too that far. It's a couple of hours. But I said, I was going to book the flights because he were a bit like, oh, don't get a bit. I'm like, yeah, well, give me your details. I'll book the flights. You can pay me back. So they weren't expensive. And I said, if we go from Liverpool, I'll pay for us an hotel for night because the other option was Bristol, and I'm like, it's going to cost me more to get to Bristol.
Yeah, so far for you
to get to Poland. So it's not worth me doing. And then he got cold feet and we were like, oh, I'm going from... And I think he went from Stansted in the end.
Which is even worse.
Fucking hell, I was like... Yeah. So it were all getting a bit much. I think I don't want to be a mother.
Yeah.
And I don't want that on my shoulders as being like, I'm kind of looking after him.
No, Liverpool is very easy.
He's a good mate, but it just all got a bit stressful. So I'm not respectfully bowing out. I don't need it. It would all get a bit much.
Liverpool Airport is very easy because once you get into Lime Street, you can go from Central or Lime Street, and both of them go that way, and it goes to the same station, and it's a free shuttle bus from the train station. It takes 5 minutes.
5 minutes, that's amazing.
5-10 minutes, yeah.
I have to look into that because it's more options.
Yeah, it's
Manchester's shit.
From the centre.
Part is Manchester.
Well, Liverpool's only got one terminal.
Is it?
Yeah, it's only got one terminal. It's got loads of gates. So it's like nearly 50 odd gates from that one terminal. They got a Glen Effric bar. It's not much there. It's like a really shitty high end.
About as big as Leeds Bradford, I bet. It sounds
it's
comparable.
weirdly long. It's weirdly longer than Leeds Bradford, but probably not as big. If that makes sense, it's like it's a long airport, but not very wide. It's a strange one. But yeah, it's got two terrible like bar food places: the Glen Effric Bar, a Burger King, and a WH Smith's, and an arcade place. That's it. There's nothing else there.
Yeah, it sounds like Leeds Bradford a bit. Smallest I'd say I'd ever been to is Cork Airport. That was small.
Never been to Cork. Yeah.
Well, I were at a wedding in Killarney.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually see Cork, but it was nice.
I'll be 2 seconds. The dog's just barking at nothing by the sounds of it.
Cool, yeah. I was just looking at Jimmy's comments. He was like, yeah, Finland. Just opportunities, isn't it? Money and the opportunity is the tricky thing. Yeah, there's loads of places I'd want to go. I'd love to go to America again. I just feel like I can't justify it. I mean, I don't think I could go without my partner, and it's probably not at the top of her list, and then she won't want to go without the kids, so I feel a bit that's not on the table. I'd love to go to Boston and every fucking where. I'd love to go to like Kansas to eat barbecue. Texas. Go up to. I didn't really like San Francisco, but I'd love to go up to Russian River. Anywhere in America, really. I liked America. Yeah, it's got. And I have considered New York because it's an easy one and it's relatively cheap for what it is. Flights to New York now are pretty much what I paid to get to San Diego, but that was nearly 11 years ago. But it felt somewhere I felt like I could go on my own. Maybe Master Beer Reviews might poodle over and spend a bit of time with me. So I want on me Todd, but I don't know. I'd like to, but
2028, I'm going to New York and Boston for my 40th.
Nice.
Yeah. If you go in that year, I'm going in the summer.
All right, cool. Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, I'd love to go to Boston, go to Trillium. But it's like I think my knowledge of what's good in American beer at the moment is quite a bit beyond the times. It's like it's like coming here and going to Beavertown.
Yeah.
Like, who's kind of a hot? Don't know.
Hot Butcher. I'm going to try and do Hot Butcher.
They're Boston, aren't they?
Massachusetts, yeah, they're not. My plan is, because my partner wants to do Salem as well, but I said that's easily doable because I've got to go outside of Boston anyway. So I'm going to try and drive to a central location.
Is she a witch or a Puritan?
Yes.
You don't have that.
Yeah.
Is that why? For the witch trials?
Yeah. That's why she wants to go.
I guess is there a bit of like colonial architecture and shit? All right, I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a big like museum and stuff like that. So it's So my plan would be to drive to outside of Boston, somewhere in Massachusetts that's linked to Salem with trains, but also I can get to Charleston to do Treehouse.
You'd probably be better off driving, wouldn't you? If you all those things get higher in a car.
Yeah, but I want to be able to drink. She doesn't drive, so it's gonna.
Right.
I'd have to figure a way to get close enough to, even if we had to get a taxi, get close enough on the trains and then do the taxi.
Oh yeah, I was talking to some chap about Treehouse. I think it's they were saying it's better than it used to be, like regarding like the pause that you can get, but it is limited how much you can get.
But they've got a few bars, so even if the Charleston one's a bit crap, there's another option of doing another one in Massachusetts.
It's a weird setup, isn't it? They've got these like big kind of like landscaped gardens with like sun lounges and stuff, but you can have like 3 like small beers, can't you? And then it's like, see you later.
It's silly, isn't it? I appreciate people are driving, so they should be like, "Did you drive here?"
That's right.
We're going to validate your park, and then when they validate your park and go, you can only have 3 small beers. But if you're like, "No, I've got a car with me, I didn't drive," and then they go, "Yeah, okay then,"
Oh, really?
you go, "That's what they should do if they don't do it." But
yeah, of course. You should. Yeah, if they want to be strict about it, you can give like registration and your driving license. There's ways of doing it. Signing like waivers and all that business.
Drinking and driving for me.
Have a responsible. You could have a kind of designated driver, and you make can get fucking annihilated. It's all money in it in their pocket.
For me, I never really drive on more than half. I can only do half a beer. That's it, and I don't. After that, I don't really mess with it.
Yeah, no. As someone who doesn't drive, but I've noticed if I do like a stream or something, and then I go and try and have a game of FIFA, well, EA FC, I'm usually shit, and so I can gauge like, my reactions are down now, so I can go, after 3 beers, I'm not as good. I can't win 8-0 anymore. So,
especially in the US, I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. I probably have to get used to an automatic again.
In San Diego, my mate was drinking and driving, but we'd be out all day and he'd stop drinking and drink a lot of water. Yeah,
he's used to driving on that side of the road.
Yeah, and the roads are just so wide as well.
They are, yeah. It's just, it took me ages to get used to drive because I drive manual in the UK.
Best drunk driver ever in America because he's used to his fucking windy country roads.
I know, but like me, he'd want to do something in the car because there's less to do in America. Like, so he'd want to, it's nothing. And 1 foot, you hover slightly over the brake. That's it. And not even that. Sometimes you've got a little foot pedal to the side. There's like a false pedal, and you just put your foot there.
Being in like in Vista, it's like kind of up, kind of northern San Diego, and Ryan driving, and he like there's fucking 4 lanes of traffic, and it's all like just cruising around. All felt kind of scary, but also very safe.
They don't understand the middle lane hog as well in America. I've noticed that. Whereas I'd always try and get into the left. Well, in their case, the right hand lane, the slow lane. They don't. They just sit in the middle lane, and that blinds them.
Yeah. Everybody just sits in the lane, don't they? They don't have. They don't seem to like. You don't have fucking lunatics going out on.
Don't use their indicators or blinkers. Never, ever. And certain states you can turn right on a red, which is ridiculous. That just seems wrong.
Try that in Shipley, you're fucking dead.
I know. But like Florida, I think was one. Texas is the other. So I got used to turning right on a red in Texas, and then we crossed into Louisiana, and you're like, no, you can't do that in Louisiana. It's only in Texas.
Wow.
It's just.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it's a funny old place, isn't it?
But I'm confident driving in the US now. That's why I volunteered, because Texas, I drove onto a boat and all sorts. So I was just like,
wow.
Yeah, first time I've driven an automatic car. I'd driven on the wrong side of the road before in Ibiza briefly to move a car, but that'd been it.
Becky drives an automatic. She learned an automatic, so she's always had automatics. I think I'd find it even easier than the. I've been go-karting once, and all my mates were like, "Oh, you'll have an advantage because you don't have 2 pedals," and I was like, "Well, like I don't drive. I've never driven. I'm not gonna have an advantage." He's like, "Oh yeah, because we were all used to this," and then we got in them, and it had 2 pedals, and I'm like, "Fucking hell."
Yeah, but 2 pedals, just the brake and the accelerator. It's when it's 3.
But on the same foot.
Yeah.
It was shit. Somebody did somebody did crack a rib during that session. I fucking hammered my knee going like head first into some column. Because I thought I was pressing the brake and I pressed the accelerator.
I span out on a bridge doing go
They
kart.
were fast. They were fast,
Yeah.
and even my mate, who was stag do it was in shapes to go there. Like, yeah, they were fast. Like they were straight on it, and because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh shit!
There's one where the bridge is mainly made of it. This bridge is like mainly made of MDF. So I'm like going right. They've smoothed over this MDF, so I'm going over it, and then like I just hit it on a corner too quick and span, but it started spinning as I hit the lip of the bridge, so it just span over the bridge. No, it wasn't cool.
No,
This is really nice and ridiculously thick.
What was it? Oh, the soft disco something.
Yeah. What was it? Soft disco leisure reception.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like Verdant's weird singular name, singular word beer things like Fruit Sidecar Exhibition. That's soft disco something.
Soft disco
nice.
leisure reception.
There you go. Yeah, no, I liked it as well. I like Verdant. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, I am. I do get caught in the situation. I track better, I Verdant better.
I think track to more styles.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Verdant don't. I haven't seen them brew the.
Doing a bit more now. Sorry, you dropped out. Verdant are doing a bit more now with the cast stuff. A bit more.
Yeah.
Traditional stuff. But yeah,
I haven't seen what's the big stout that Verdant do. The
Ferryman?
Reaper. Yeah, the Ferryman. I've not seen that for a while.
Yeah, I didn't get it last time it came out. Is it a Baltic Porter or is it a stout?
Well, maybe it is a Baltic Porter. It's an Imperial, though, isn't it?
It's the strongest one they're doing it. Yeah, I never remember it being great. But then last track stouts I didn't like. And now they're all behind a paywall, aren't they? So
what?
On that fucking subscription.
Is it?
They do all the stouts on there. What's that? Well, not all of them, but most of them. All the big stouts are in that subscription thing, aren't they? What's it called?
Oh, I didn't realise.
Bottles, aren't they? They've got these bottles, and there's like an X amount of. You've got to sign up for a year, aren't you?
Oh, look at that! You're not getting in the tap room.
They're called Cosmos. They've got a fucking name or something, Cosmos or something.
They must be in the tap room, though. Yeah. You think the bottles will be in the fridge?
They do really? Very, very small amounts, but no, they don't. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. I can't get on it. I can't because this is my work's laptop, and for some reason it blocks Track's website.
It's almost as if like you Rob.
It's a .co. It's not a .co.uk. That's the issues. But it does come up as alcohol. Nothing else.
Yeah.
But I think it's that .co. It kind of doesn't seem like a trusted site or something.
Yeah, it's weird. Ours are not too bad. Our work laptops because we have to go to Chinese websites. So
Chinese
shipping agents are Chinese. So it's
China.
Yeah. Bloody! If you ever, no, this will be a very niche thing that nobody will apply to. But if you ever use Evergreen Shipping Line's website, it's goddamn awful. It's just absolute horseshit website. But that's a .com. So I don't know whether.
I'm not saying anything about the Chinese. They're all listening to us.
Probably because the other phone I've got here is an old Huawei as well, so they're definitely listening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they listen to everything. No, I mean my ex sister-in-law who used to live in China,
right?
They were. I mean, well, he's American. Her husband's American, and she's British, and they were working at an international school.
Right.
the Christian missionaries.
All right.
But the work, Kevin, her husband, she's like an English and music teacher, and he's a high school girls basketball teacher. So prime interest for the Chinese government. But when they went back, they'd have to register that they'd returned, and they forgot.
Yeah.
And so they had to go into the police station to have an interview. And he said so they were asking him stuff, and partially way through it, they the police left the room, but left the dossier open clearly for them to be able to see. I mean, not like here, but they made it subtly so you could see, and their telephone conversations are being transcribed, and that's just 2 high school teachers.
Doesn't surprise me.
And I'm like,
the thing is, in America, the NSA do that.
And they said he just said there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's what'll happen. Even if
the
you
NSA,
don't think you're important. So they left.
The NSA do it as well.
A year later. Yeah, a load of them and their friends left because it was just getting a bit much.
Well, they're foreign national, so it will automatically they'll go further up the queue than a Chinese national, for one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't say anything. I'll be going to China briefly.
Oh really?
Next,
you go to Australia?
Well, Hong Kong. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm in Hong Kong for 2 hours.
Whole different ball.
It's not. It still is though. It's not, but it still is. I'm not leaving the airport.
No.
So
for the best. Yeah, I could have gone at the time, but I had no interest.
No, I don't. Mainland China.
In mainland China, like India, it just seems too stressful.
Yeah,
I'd love to go to Japan, but it's I think I'd feel. I mean, I am when you're in a different country, sometimes you feel a little bit like out of your depth. Oh shit! I don't recognize things. Thing in Japan, everything like you get used to visual signs. That's a toilet. That's an exit. That's a this.
Yeah.
You kind of know. But in Japan, it's completely different, isn't it? So it's just a bit like. Oh.
It's not Western letters either, which is another thing. Especially in Bulgaria, I was very because theirs is Cyrillic, the same as Russian. So I'm always conscious of that. But I would love to go to Japan. It was just we tried on the way back, and it would add 9 hours to our flight, and I was just like, I can't justify that.
Long enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing 32 instead of 25.
I see. Yeah, that's 25 is enough. When we went to San Diego, I think we were traveling for 24 hours. With that, but that was a
really.
We had a layover. We had about, I think on the way out we had like 4 hours in Washington.
Yeah.
But from leaving Manchester to get into our hotel,
right,
Airbnb in San Diego was 24 hours.
Ours wasn't that long. I think we were at 17. We went to Washington DC, and we were only there for 3 hours. But it was only like a 12 or 14-hour flight to Washington from Manchester.
On the way back, we only just made it. It's fucking nuts.
But the thing
we were delayed by 4 hours on the way back from San Diego. We came back from San Francisco, and we were delayed by 4 hours, and we made it by about 12 minutes. Like, do you know when everybody gets up and pisses around?
Yeah,
and fucking makes it difficult for everybody else to get off. I was just pushing people out of the way. We're like, sorry, we've got to get off. We've got to get off. We've got to get off. Everybody's just all like, and I'm like fucking standing on people. Get out of the way.
Well, the benefit of this one in Hong Kong, I don't have to go through customs
we ran to the gate.
It's booked through the same company, so the same airline, so I don't have to get my bag or anything like that. I can just get on. But when we went to San Diego, it was 2 different airlines, so I had to go and get my bag.
How did you go to San Diego? I don't know if we.
Yeah, I went in 2013, 14.
I went 14. April.
Yeah. We did. Went around Petco Park and did the zombie run. That was good. Especially because at that time I didn't drive in America for that time. We got the bus back because we stayed in. You ever think you've seen Top Gun? Surely.
We went. Yeah. We drove past Miramar when we went up to Ballast Point.
Yeah, but you know the scene where he sings that "You Lost That Loving Feeling" in the bar. That we stayed in that hotel. That's the hotel bar and the hotel we stayed in. And it was a lovely 50s hotel, but it was right up by the university. So we got the university bus in and out of the centre of San Diego. We went for Comic Con, but I couldn't get Comic Con tickets. But you have to book the flight and the accommodation before you get the Comic Con tickets because otherwise they sell out.
Yeah.
You can't get packages because they can't guarantee you get Comic Con tickets.
Right. Yeah, when we went, it was like a month after Comic Con. I remember taking a cut through like the complex of the convention.
Just let the dog out. You've just been out. It's raining.
Yeah, it's.
I knew you didn't want to go out.
We had a day up in what's the area called? It's where our breweries are. So we got the bus from downtown.
Yeah.
It might be in 45 minutes, something like that.
We were around the gas. We went drinking around the gas lamp.
Yeah, well, we weren't far. We didn't stay far from that area.
Yeah,
and so we were at Airbnb. We were nice actually. Point then we got chatting to this. He was British and she was from Tokyo. She was somewhat maybe she might have been from. I think she was from Tokyo. And kind of like so we got chatting to them on the Ballast Point thing, thinking, oh, this will save us taxes. So we ended up going to a couple of other breweries with there, and then Ryan met us at Alesmith. I think we went to Ballast Point. They took us to one called Intergalactic, which was tiny. They took us to White Lab. White Labs have got a bar, and then Alesmith, and Ryan met us at Alesmith and took us to Green Flash. And I can't remember where we finished the day. And anyway, so on the bus up, as we were getting to like Miramar, going up the fucking freeway, we saw like two jets taking off like side by side.
Right. Okay.
Like, Top Gun. That's fucking Top Gun over there. That's it.
Well, I wasn't really. I was into beer, but I was into like cast beer. But I didn't drink anything out there apart from 90-minute IPA from Dogfish Head.
Strong beer.
Yeah, because I was.
How did you get that and just not Endless Stone and Endless Sculpin? It was everywhere.
Didn't get any Ballast Point.
It was
some Stone.
And Stone IPA was in every place that sold alcohol.
I had Stone IPA. What was the Tangerine Session job?
Oh, from Stone?
Yeah.
Tangerine Express or something like that?
Yeah, we had that. I wasn't into stouts, so I didn't have Ruination. I didn't have Ruination because it was too strong. I didn't have the.
You're on 90 minute.
Yeah, 90 minute. Yeah, because I just went, it's an IPA. I'll go for that. And then it was like, this is a bit strong, isn't it? But yeah, no, yeah. I remember having that, but it wasn't in. It was just in a pub. You know what I mean? It was just a pub in the Gas Lamp District. But we did I actually found the receipt for. We did. Kevin Smith does a podcast with Ralph Garman called Hollywood Babylon. I went to see that live.
I used to listen to that. Yeah, I used to be a big Kevin Smith fan.
We saw that live.
We tried to go to Bradford Film Festival, so I was an obsessive Kevin Smith fan. And, we got close, but his agent was a bit of a stumbling block. But and so the next idea was we've got to circumnavigate his agent. Because we can't pay him an appearance fee, but he's interested. But apparently he was interested.
We did the live taping of the podcast, and it took
I
me.
used to love it.
I didn't recognise because Jason Mewes had just had his teeth done because obviously he was a meth head, wasn't he?
Fucking terrible.
And he just had his teeth done, and I didn't recognise him. I was like, "Who's that guy with the weird fake teeth?"
Short hair as well.
No,
short hair at the time.
He had it had grown out a little bit, but it was him, and I didn't recognise. It was when he just got married. So it was literally he got clean and sober, had his new teeth done, and got married. Didn't know his wife from anyone. Do you know what I mean? And they were running the queue, and I was like going, and I didn't recognize until we walked in. I went, "Is that Jason Mewes? What's going on with his teeth?" And we literally just walked in at that point.
Weren't people all just like mobbing him though?
No, he was just running up and down the queue. It was just mental. I know that was in the San Diego House of Blues. Beer selection, it was fucking dreadful.
I thought it'd be like Lagunitas or something.
No, it wasn't. It was.
That was just as a soul Lagunitas. 2014.
What's the name? It was All Day IPA from
Founders.
Yeah.
It's a long way. It's a long way for Founders to go.
And it was that and Cause. That was it.
Oh, right.
It was just like
shit. Yeah, I used to be a big fan. I've got I was quite obsessed at one point. I listed it all. The Smodcast, all that malarkey.
Yeah.
Hollywood Babylon was one of the better ones.
Yeah. It's still good. I still listen.
I'm gonna say I've still got any knocking around. I've got action figures and stuff. Got the original action figures. I think I've got.
But it was a roundup of. It was a roundup of Comic-Con, which I wanted in 2013, which was good and it was funny and but yeah, trying to think what else did we do whilst we were out there. We did that. We did the zombie run. We weren't there for that long. We were.
I don't know if you've ever noticed on my backdrop for my videos, I have me Kevin Smith figures. So I've got.
Oh, right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Which they are talking. I don't know if it still works though. Can you hear anything? I don't know where Mike is.
Not really. It just mumbled.
So. I think batteries are just fucked because goodness knows these must be 20 years old. And then because they're like talking figures, but if you press silent Bob, it doesn't do anything.
No, it's silent. Don't need a battery for that one.
And then I didn't get many of these. Did you ever see the Mallrats animated series?
A little bit, not a lot, no.
Yeah, I've got Dante and Randall from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I've got Willem as well somewhere.
But I was never massively into Clerks, but like some of his later stuff, like Dogma, I was obsessed by.
Oh really? See, I probably all before that. Really. I like Dogma. But I've got a Buddy Christ somewhere. Where that went. That's in a box somewhere. They're like dashboard mount with Buddy Christ.
Yeah.
I've got one of them somewhere.
I
was a big fan of more. I had the blueprints. They never got put on a wall. I think they just disappeared. They got lost in the divorce. The Mallrats blueprints. You know where got the fucking scheme. I had them.
Red State blew my mind. That was a mind blower. Did you not think?
It was all right. No, I liked it was just the time and my age and stuff. It was the kind of Viewer's universe that I was into.
Yeah, I enjoyed Mallrats, but it was just especially with the family appearance and stuff. I found her annoying. That's why I didn't like Jason's name.
Absolutely. Yeah. They got slowly worse after Dogma, though. I think that's why. I think fucking James Silent Bob Strike Back, fucking terrible.
And I was waiting for some
Clerks 2 and all that business, and the last one was bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch Clerks 2 because I didn't like Clerks.
And whenever you see Kevin Smith, I was like,
Yeah. He's thin.
Pulling these
Very thin.
faces, it's like, dude, I know you've lost some weight, but why are you pulling this face as well?
He's he went up vegan, completely vegan, didn't he?
Well, he had a heart attack, didn't he? He had a really serious heart attack.
Yeah. The Widowmaker, which should be a beer.
Probably is. With a picture of Barry Windham in camo.
Have you been watching the WCW? They're putting on full pay-per-views, like historical pay-per-views on YouTube for now.
I do put them on, yeah. Usually when I'm a bit pissed, quite late at night. I don't watch a full one, but no, they're great, aren't they? I like that. I like that kind of like rolling channel.
It's good.
It's like a live channel.
Random episode of Nitro from
what's on
1996.
See what's on. But yeah, no, there's been some good stuff. I might watch some later.
I'm just gonna go and go for a whiz. I'll be back in a sec.
All right.
Sorry, I drank too much now.
I'm going to sit here awkwardly on my own. Don't know if there's actually anybody watching this. Yes, I've got a thing. I'm probably going to get. I'm at Rothaus Pils. I've got the Märzen and I've got the Vice beer as well. I did a video about a year ago. I recorded it about a year ago, but I haven't been able to make a thumbnail. I tried to make one last week. So I've done like a video of them all, and the thumbnail. I wanted to, I can get 2 of the 3 clearly from the same product photo shoot, and one of them is from different, so it's slightly different size and a different angle. So I couldn't just like patch them all together on Photoshop, which I wanted to do. So I like Rothaus, and so I bought them all, and I've not seen all 3 of them in shops together for a while, and I saw them the other day. I'm like, can I get them and have them on Saturday night? Sorry, I've just heard my phone's go beeping. I have no idea where my phone is. And yeah, and so I bought them all. So I've got all 3 Rothaus. So I've taken a picture so I could drink them, but then we didn't drink them. So I do have all 3.
I was listening.
We was have a pressure drop. I think next. I want some hoppy. I feel like I've just had lots of not amazing. Well, I want some really good. No, I don't have any track. Which I had loads of track the other week. Everything I had was track.
I was hoping that at this point that either Craig or Simo would have joined to keep you company while preheating my pizza, but never mind. Because Simo, I messaged Simo earlier and he said he's going to the cinema, but he said he would join for a bit afterwards. And then I've seen Craig in the chat, but he seems to have disappeared, so maybe he's busy.
Something Alice out,
yeah. School tomorrow, so.
Really? Oh, no, it's not. Well, it's in that up here. School holidays this week for us.
Is it?
I'm off. I've got tomorrow off and I've got Owen. I ain't going tonight, but I mean, like breakfast time.
I didn't think it was school holidays yet. I think we're too early. I thought it was June.
Dinner.
I thought June.
Listening. He just replied.
Oh, there you go. He's listening. No, fair. No, I can either go pizza-wise with me beer. It's either Ristorante mozzarella margarita or experimental Asda's own pre-made chip shop curry pizza. Yeah.
I think I actually did. I actually accidentally did that Trump face.
Yeah.
His reaction to the
fake news. Fake news. It's chicken chip shop curry.
It's half-term daughter in London. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's why he's been doing the crazy fucking his 24-hour streamathons.
Get on then, Craig. What's your excuse? Exactly. Well, I'm in the office tomorrow, so I can't go too crazy. Which is annoying me for the fact that I wanted to drink on Friday night, but I fell asleep. And then I thought, I'll have a drink on Saturday. I had 2 and fell asleep. It's been a long week. It's been a really long week. Or 2 or 3 I had on Saturday. But I've got like literally when Harry came up, I opened all my whiskey so he could try. He doesn't really try a lot of bourbon, so I was like, right, I've got some bottles that I got for like Christmas and stuff. I'll open, but I've now got one of the bottles has got literally it is literally a double serving left, and I'm like, I want to get rid of that bottle.
What's that?
And
what's the bit you?
It is Old Forester.
Oh, I don't know that. Mm.
It's very nice bourbon. Very nice. I'm not going to drink it. I'm just getting it out.
Yeah,
Very nice bourbon. Very shit cap that never fits on properly.
All right, no. It's the thing that I like bourbon, but it's another thing. It's another thing that I don't need to get into.
Yeah, it's Brown and Foreman, who was the same distillery in Kentucky, in Louisville, Kentucky, that do what's the name? Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same overall distillery, but
right.
I prefer it to Buffalo Trace. Hence why there's not a lot left. But I have had it for, it'll be 2 years in September. So I don't exactly drink quickly through bourbon.
Yeah, that's no bad thing. Just have a little bit here and there.
No, but the amount that's left is annoying the fuck out of me, because that is literally probably one of my doubles.
One of your doubles?
Yeah, that's one of my doubles.
A generous double.
I don't know, actually. I reckon that's probably about 100 ml, maybe.
You ain't got a little measuring cup.
I have a jigger. I do, somewhere.
He said jigger.
That's what they're called. Called jiggers. You watch John Taffer. You know what a jigger is.
I'm an experienced bartender. Don't you forget that.
I forgot that.
Ex bartender.
My jigger's plastic though, so it's a bit shit. It's not a metal jigger.
They're not that they're expensive.
No. I think I got it in a cocktail set.
Yeah.
And what's
really?
weird?
It's not the same job, does
like
it? Really, that's all that matters. It's just a little
headphones are disconnected.
Device.
Right, battery. Just swap them over.
No worries.
Connect. Come on. You connected and then disconnected. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a beer anyway.
All right, no worries. I'll try to sort these settings out. Right. And then it wasn't. The battery. Oh dear.
Go back to default then. Should be fine now. Yeah, I can hear Rob moving around in headphones. Yeah, so as I was saying, Rob, it's not only is it a plastic jigger, it's painted silver like it is metal, but it's still plastic. It's the worst kind of jigger.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nuts, because that's my mic on my computer.
Yeah, no, you sound fine. I can hear you banging in the cupboards.
Mic on these is shit.
Yeah, this hasn't got a mic on.
Oh, it's the mic on my laptop.
Yeah. No,
mic on the laptop. That's amazing.
It's a sprayed metal jigger. It's plastic. It's awful.
A sprayed metal jigger. It's a good band name.
Sprayed metal. Yeah.
I'm drinking everything out of pint glasses today. I can't be asked again. I always get a different glass for a different style. It seemed unnecessary.
Well, yeah, that's why I picked the Polly's. Ooh,
no,
I'm not in that one yet.
Now. It's new. What's in it? Mosaic Nectron Cryo.
Oh, very nice. Well, I this week, apart from one beer, I Did I tell you I got a Colonel order through? Me and Peter split a Colonel order.
Okay.
And I have literally drank every single Colonel beer because I didn't have anything else sessionable apart from the what was the dark beer I got? Oh, the East India port, the 1883 porter.
All right.
The only Colonel
Did you,
beer.
did you get the old
Yes.
East India Pale?
Yes,
Yeah,
I had that last. I had that last. Yeah, it's good. Good, but
When
still,
your review of that coming out?
still.
I
Oh no,
expected it
sorry.
to be more bitter.
Vatted Stout is what I got. That's the dark beer, not the 1883 porter. Vatted Stout is the only thing I've got left.
That's a stout.
The first thing I had was Half Brick, which was the best so far.
Yep. Oh, that that casket, White Locks. Oof. Oof.
Oh yeah, it was Cascade Mosaic, my one, and it was banging.
Nice.
Yeah. I was very surprised by the Fuda beer. I had that on Sunday. That was the Citra Sabro Fuda beer. It was very good.
Oh, right. Bit of Sabro.
Tart Sabro as well, which is even better.
Yeah, and I don't get much Sabro. Becky's gone off it, so you don't see it as much as you did. There was like a bit of a Sabro at the time where Sabro was the big deal, wasn't it? And then it's gone a bit out of favour. We both really liked Sabro and Talus, but then she went off it.
Has it been replaced by the cheaper option, which is HVC 1019?
Right.
Which is Sabro on steroids, but because it's experimental, it's cheaper, I think.
All right. Yeah, not seen. It's just not been in as much stuff. I'm very happy with the current batch of stuff like Superdelic and Metron being popular.
Superdelic's brilliant.
Yeah,
Crush.
Crush. I really like Crush.
I had the pale ale from Colonel, which is Crush single hop. It was amazing.
Is that a single hop? Oh, it's not a blend.
Single hop, yeah.
There's a bunch of blends in there, like Bruce and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was pale ale, 500ml bottle, Crush only, 5.2, I think it was 5.3.
What Colonel?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'd like to try that. I think it was having.
That was in Penny Lane Wonders today as well. I'd already had it, but it was in Penny Lane Wonders.
Colonel's Pale Ale Superdelic. That was what made me going like, ooh.
Yeah, wasn't available when I got it.
Yeah, I think they're a good. If you want to get to know what hops are like, I think Colonel are good examples of. I mean, it's like with this, a lot of New England stuff. It's all a bit like, and I think it's quite hard to decipher one from the other. But I think Colonel stuff, still is a good option to if you want to understand what hops taste like specifically.
The only thing I would say is, out of all the Colonel beers, I had two that were a bit iffy. That were two of the pale ales, which I would say were slightly oxidized.
Okay.
And they weren't oxidized enough that they were undrinkable, but it definitely affected the quality.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that happening. Bottles, in it.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a chance of that happening.
But that was
quite right, or whatever.
That was 2 out of 12. So I wasn't that fussed. One of them was the Centennial single hop in a 330.
Right. No, I just don't see it all that much. So I've never had issues. I don't get them that often.
But I don't know if are they cranking out more now that they've got the new deal on the website? That's why I got it.
I've not been on that website for the longest time.
Over 12 bottles, you get 10% off.
Oh yeah.
And over £40, it's free delivery.
That's good.
40 or 60, I don't know. Because me and Peter split it, so it worked out good.
A fucking nightmare. It's heavy.
Yeah, it was good. They were good boxes. That was the box I used to send to Paul for his beers.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
bloody
yeah,
good
yeah.
box.
I saw his unboxing.
I was going, this is a fucking decent box.
Yeah, because they need
Scrap
all
what
the
I've got.
dividers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I was
need all
like,
the
scrap
dividers
what I've got.
for the main thing. Yeah.
All I did was add packing stuff in it. That was it. I had.
No, go on.
I was going to say that's all. I just added. I added. I had not. It wasn't bubble wrap. It was like that stuff I'd used from like Trembling Madness. Where they wrap it in. It's not.
It's shredded boxes, yeah.
No, sometimes in Trembling Madness when you get a bottle, they wrap it in this white stuff. It's not bubble wrap.
Like a weird honeycomb kind of thing.
Yes, I had a bit of that, and I shook that in.
Yeah. No, Trembling Madness, they shred up old boxes, don't they?
Yeah, but for certain bottle, like big bottle, they'll put that stuff on, won't they?
Yeah. Yeah, no, watch that. I mean, my Sierra Nevada UK stuff that came in a really fancy box with like all these like packing things, dividers, not like the kind of like fellas. And I didn't get many bottles. I think I only got one bottle, a bottle of Bigfoot. I've got an IPA what I might have tonight. I was going to do a video, but then how much interest in it as I'm not sure what there'll be. So I might not.
Probably me.
Tonight.
At least me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always find that web shop, there's never anything. There might be like one and going, oh, well, that's it. I'm not gonna buy it and then get a couple of like a bunch of car Rangers just so I can have that one. So I wanted some bunch of specials. So I got, but there was the main interest was a coffee stout, lowy shade. It's like 6.2, and it was fine. Video coming soon. It was fine. It wasn't amazing, but I wasn't expecting it to be incredible. I thought it'd be a well-made Sierra Nevada stout with a bit of coffee. I think that's pretty much what it was. So I got two of them. I got this IPA, which was like a special release. I got a brand new bottle of Bigfoot. I got a can of porter, which is just a straight up porter. So I thought I'll do a video of that. I've got that in the fridge still. And I got I think a chocolate chip cookie stout, which I thought was going to be really silly sweet, but it wasn't. It was a really nicely made, like 8.2 stout. It was nice that we had that on Wednesday. It was nice, but I thought I've never. It was one of those things. I was like, I never do it because there's never enough. There's enough now. And I just be like, oh fuck it, yeah, ordered. Yeah, there we go. I'll deal with the repercussions of that later. But I just never pull the trigger, and I thought I should.
Fair enough. The last order I did was when they did. Do you remember the Sierra Nevada box with different the Sierra Nevada torpedo box? Sorry, where they did lots of different torpedoes. Me and Harry split that because it was like a 12-bottle box with like two of each or three of each. We split that. But otherwise, I would never order from there just because. But you've got to get it on the day, haven't you? You've got to be really sort of clued in when they're releasing stuff.
Yeah, I got that hop tropical. That was average as fuck. That's sold out now though. Yeah, one what I've got is called Who. It's still, you can still get it. It's 7.8. Who Run Bartertown? See what it's called.
I think I got a Narwhal 355 bottle as well.
Hop intensity, stone fruit, berry, citrus. So a very powerful blend of concentrated hops. With pounds per barrel equivalent is downright mad.
Right. I was going
to bitter in. So colour amber.
Yeah.
Bitter in hops, Bravo, then dry hops, Citra, Mosaic. So I'll probably have that later.
I was going to have 40 watt, which is, to be honest, the next. Yeah. But I might go dark and have the Polly's fudge stout. 6.2.
Yeah.
But then if I have that, then my next dark beer, ABV, is 11. I don't really.
Maybe not, eh?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Craig, if you're still watching.
Yeah, come on, Craig.
Come on, Craig. It's Bank Holiday Monday.
Just come on.
I've got shit to
I
do.
can't stay on too late. I've got to drive to the office tomorrow. I was supposed to be working from home, but it's because Jackie's not here. I've got the dog. My mum is going on holiday on Thursday, so I've got to swap my days around so that I can drop her off at the airport and pick her up in the airport next week, and also she can take the dog for a walk tomorrow lunch. It's faff, so I've got to be in the office, so I can't go too mad. But I haven't got anything to do, to be honest, until I go to bed, apart from make my sandwiches, which everything is laid out ready for me to do.
Yeah.
Before. Oh. But yeah, 40 watt I've not had for ages, and I'd forgotten it was Strata. I knew it was Citra, but it had escaped my memory that it was Strata.
All right.
Is that for 20 watt and 10 as well? Because that was in Penny Lane on this, but all three. Is it all Citra Strata? Do you know?
What one? Sorry, I was replying to a message somewhere.
No, sorry. 10 and 20. What?
No idea. I just buy them
Okay.
because I like them.
Well, they had in Penny Lane London, they had all three, and then I nearly got all three.
I didn't get the pale this time. It's got the IPA and the double. They were both excellent.
I went in for Azvex, and they only had one Azvex beer in there, which I was surprised at. Electronic Butterfly, which I've had before.
Yeah.
It's just a pale, and I'm like, I wanted the new sours.
From who?
Azvex.
Azvex. I think the new
Scoop and Manor. So its new Scoop is strawberry cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake, yeah. The Manor. Oh, have we gone?
No, I'm back.
The Manor is Mandarin coconut.
I've never liked Manor, but I like Scoop.
Why? They're very similar.
Manor's just a bit. I find it a bit muddy in both appearance and flavour, but I think Scoop's quite.
Well, this one won't. Manor won't be on this one because it's bloody Mandarin. It's bright orange. Coconut is nearly an afterthought.
I can't remember what the last one I bought, and it just fucking spewed everywhere as well. It annoyed me.
Did they all do that?
Weird. I didn't find that with Scoop. I think Scoop's been pretty decent cannons.
The blackcurrant or blackberry cheesecake went bloody everywhere.
All right. I think I had the last one on draft. It was like a raspberry ripple last one actually. Yeah,
they did raspberry ripple. I had that on draft. I had that on slushy at the brewery because Jack was laughing because it's an old slush puppy machine.
Well, the thing that they have on the bar.
Yeah.
The
slush puppy machine, and they put the Scoop badge, the Scoop sticker over the badge, slush puppy badge.
I've seen it. I've seen the machine.
Yeah, it's a slush puppy machine.
I thought because they're not cheap, those machines. I remember getting them and for their stuff and them commenting that they were expensive.
Yeah, but it's an X slush puppy. So the dog, the little dog's face with the thing, they put the Scoop sticker over it.
Cool.
It's good. It was good. But yeah, that was a raspberry ripple one. You don't want to go outside, I bet you. If I get up now, you're not going to want to go outside, are you? It's raining. You hate the rain. You actively run away from rain. No, fair enough. Eventually, he did go outside. Ugh. He's not a big fan of rain. He runs around puddles.
Right. Sorry, I'm just going to write a message.
No, it's all right. I'm just making sure you can hear me.
Done. Still there?
Car into pedestrians. No, sorry. I learned the messages because I was supposed to go to the Liverpool parade today, and some car had driven into a load of pedestrians.
Really?
So everyone's asking if I'm all right.
Man
Because
United.
go. Sorry.
I was being flippant about a horrible situation. Man United.
No, I'm fine. It's I'd say it's because I got delayed coming back from the airport, and then I think my mate who was going to come with us, his dog passed away. He's been in the vets all morning after he had a stroke and fell down the stairs, and now he's had to put the dog down, which is a lovely thing to wake up to at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Car crash, yeah.
All right, dog. Mine's just whinging because he's outside and it's raining. Come on.
Okay, nobody's died. It's all right. Several people injured after a car ploughed into a crowd of jubilant Liverpool fans during a Premier League victory parade this evening.
My mate,
50-year-old British man from Liverpool area was swiftly detained by police. Is he either a nutter
or an Everton fan?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I don't know why that's popped up, but on YouTube I watched Gary Lineker's teary farewell from Match of the Day this afternoon. It was very touching.
Yeah, it's fine. I did like the sorry if your club was on last thing.
Yeah.
Which is it's everyone every week, isn't it?
Yeah. I like Gary Lineker. He just shouldn't tweet about things he doesn't know as much about as he thinks he should. I don't need to know his opinions on world politics. He's a football pundit.
Well, he was already going, wasn't he? The BBC were already letting him go.
Yeah. He was retiring anyway, wasn't he? He was barely doing it, wasn't he?
Well, the BBC he was still the top end of the wages, wasn't he, for the BBC? So they wanted him gone anyway. Yeah.
No, that's my Monday after drop Owen off at school. Come in, set up my computer, start working, put Restless Football on. That's what I listen to at the start of my day. I like it. I like them. They're a good combination.
I prefer the Sky one.
Who's that then? Gary Neville
and Jamie Carragher and Roy Keane. Yeah.
Ian Wright,
yeah.
And then that last, what's she called? Jill, yeah.
Can't remember her name. Yeah. She played Sunderland girl.
I'm sorry, but I don't really like Jamie Carragher.
Do you know? I find him hilarious. I think he winds people up for the sake of winding
them up. He's
a wind-up merchant.
He is completely that.
Which I enjoy.
I don't think he does it with a lot of humour. He does it with a bit of fucking piss and vinegar.
I think he's got a very dry sense of humour, and I think a lot of people don't get it. Especially Gary Lineker. He knows that Gary Neville. He knows that to push Gary Neville's buttons, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I don't mind that because I think he's a bit of an idiot. I like Roy Keane, though. I'm a big fan of Roy Keane. I walked into the shop the other day and they were talking about going to see Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
I'm a big Bruce Springsteen fan, sir. But then Gary's like, it was amazing, and Roy's like, it wasn't amazing. No, what it, Gary? He's like, it wasn't amazing. It was decent. It was good. He says it's like football. Some games are good, some games are rubbish.
Yeah. It doesn't matter the quality.
All right, it was good, but it wasn't amazing. Yeah.
Did you listen to the Ricky Gervais one? And Ricky Gervais and Roy Keane agree about leaf blowers. That was the brilliant one. They both hate leaf blowers with an absolute passion.
I liked them. I'm on board with Roy Keane's opinion on dancing at public events.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't want to dance. And like he says, like fucking Ian Wright's trying to get him to dance. Like, no, it's all right. You go and dance. I'm okay. I don't want to. Just leave me alone. I'm happy. I'm happy where I am. Come on, no. You keep going. I'm all right. I don't want to. Stop asking me. If I wanted, I would. Just leave me alone.
What was the one last week where it was Ian Wright had messaged him at midnight the night before they were going out somewhere for a meal. And he said, it's a fancy place, I'm wearing a suit. And Roy Keane goes, it's midnight, I'm in London now. And he goes, I thought you were at home and you were driving over tomorrow. He goes, where am I going to get a suit at this time of night? I've not got one with me. And then he turns up and Ian Wright wasn't wearing a tie. And he hit the fucking roof because he goes, that's not a suit, he's not wearing a tie.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's what qualify.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're wearing. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a three-piece suit. If you don't wear a tie, it's not a suit.
It is. No, I really enjoy Roy Keane. He's very funny. Do your job.
Yeah.
I love how he has like no allegiance as well. Like Gary's always he's like a proper United diehard, and he's like, "Well, I just play for the team."
Yeah.
He's like, "So they're not my favourite team."
Jake, yeah, jump on. I've got at least one more beer, and then I'm. So I think Jake's going to jump on.
Where's it cool? We're gonna go until Craig's gonna come on. We're gonna go until 4:30 tomorrow afternoon.
No, I can't go late. I'm gonna have to be driving in the car at 7:45. So
yeah, jump on, Jake. I might have one.
It's good because you can have a conversation while I preheat my oven. I preheat the oven and put the pizza.
Yeah, he's usually a 9 o'clock kind of guy, though.
I know. What time are we on
Yeah,
now?
I'll this one more. He says, and probably have more. I'm back in a second. I'm just need to find my phone.
No worries. I can hear you anyway. Yeah, I can still hear.
Completely fine.
Completely fine.
It must be these headphones. They're a bit fruity.
You just echoey. That's literally the only difference.
I'm in the next room.
I'm just saying, you just sound echoey. That's the only difference.
It's a bigger room. That might work.
It sounds like you're in a well next to me. I don't know if other people can hear. I can hear you, but it could be that I've got my one earbud turned up.
Okay.
We're down to 4, by the way. When I started, we were on 7 people. Then you joined and we jumped up to 20 because you're Rob. And then we started chatting shit and it went down to 6. And it's been on 6 for a long, long time. Like, it might go back up to 6. And then we went down to 4 now.
I think maybe wonder what we peaked on. And what did you say when we dropped off the cliff?
Yeah, no, 4. It's not dropped off the cliff completely, but I think we started.
Okay, so everybody were like, well, Hot Z's on, let's go and watch that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we went up to 20.
I can't find it, though. I can't find it. It'll be just Uber Eats or something going, yeah. Did you leave something in your basket?
Yeah.
It's usually the case.
So the Imperial Stouts that I have on the side are eyeing me up. So the ones I took when I went to Penny Lane, Londis, I had Imperial Stouts in the fridge because I didn't have anything else. I took the Imperial Stouts out and put them on the side. They're now looking at me. And the ones that are looking at me are the Pomona Island Azvex one, brewed at Pomona Island.
That was nice. Oh, right.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that was nice. That.
Mm-hmm. Dingus from Whiplash, which was the Christmas beer they did, which was 12%.
Is that the coffee one?
It's coffee and cinnamon, yeah.
Oh, no. I got one of those beers, but I can't remember which it was. It were all right. The Azvex was nice. The Pomona Island Azvex was nice.
The Vale Hollow Place coconut and coffee thing is looking at me as well.
Fancy.
That's also a can.
Isn't it?
It's a can though. It's not a bottle. It's a US
Not
pint
one of-
can.
not
So
the, yeah, it's not the like 30
No.
quid bottles.
no.
Not like
It's a
full
US pint can.
cans.
So like 446. But the three cans are giving me the eye.
So the thing, the Pomona was nice. I remember that being nice. And it's
Well, that's the
that was
the
back in
lowest.
last year. Oh, really?
Mm.
It was early this year. It was when you were
Yeah.
meant to come to Liverpool, but when you come to Manchester, we had it at Pomona's bar.
Yeah. I picked up not long before that, but it's just been in our cupboard. But again, if that's the lowest, and that's 11%, the Hollow Place is 11.2 or 11.5, and the Whiplash is 12.
I remember the Pomona being quite a bit more of a thick, sweet thing. I remember that if it's the same Whiplash that I had, it was just a bit like, oh, it's all right.
It was
If you want that thick, it was a little.
I don't get it.
a maybe chunky lad. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I can't
dingus.
remember- yeah.
Oh, sorry, maple and cinnamon, not coffee.
Yeah. Show me, Cam. Was it that? Maybe I got a different one.
They did a series.
Doggos or something
Yeah.
like that. Doggos.
Yeah, they're all dogs. Yeah, but yeah, maple cinnamon. I love cinnamon, which is why I got it, because you don't see many cinnamon imperial stouts. And you're going to say, but what about the Vault City Churro? Yes, that's also in the cupboard. I love cinnamon.
Oh, I remember there being a Lervig.
No, I didn't get that one.
Just cinnamon stout. No, I had Dongus.
Dongus, yeah. I nearly got that one. Was that coffee caramel?
Well, it just says coffee on here, but it were all right. It did set me world on fire.
Same base. They just changed the spices. That whole series were all the same base.
Fair enough.
But yeah, this was. I might as well go on a bit. These are the other two. Ooh, they are eyeing me up. So yeah, the Infinity MP.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I think I preferred that to Azvex's birthday stout this year.
And then that one, which is the Hollow Place.
Can.
Yeah, Hollow Place.
A pair of underpants.
Oh no, that is 11. It's not 11.2. So that and the what's the name of the same?
Session ale, isn't it then?
Yeah, that is.
Jake joins us.
Apple brandy, barrel aged with walnuts and whole vanilla bean. What you got on, Jake?
Nice.
Nothing
Pair
special.
glasses.
Just a
T-shirt.
and a thong.
Stella.
That's it.
Oh.
just a
Whoa.
couple of tins of wife beater. That's all I got to like.
Bottled white beer, even worse.
Yeah.
No.
Some Budvar.
It's in cans now, in home bargains. 500ml cans. Yeah. I got the dark the other day. They got the dark and the regular, both in 500ml cans.
Is it brewed in Czech Republic?
Yes.
Oh, fair.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes. Imported by, what's the London one called? Some bloke's name. Can't think of his name.
Want to say on here? No.
I just do it for home bargains. Some bloke's name in London. The office is London. Can't think of his name.
Cool. Nice.
What are you on?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
on the Rothbard
right,
pills
then,
anymore? You're still on the pressure drop, Rob?
Yeah, I was pouring the rest of it out now. Yeah.
I'm on the
Very nice. Slow
40
blink.
bob.
Oh nice. Yeah, I've got no posh beer in at the moment.
It's all right. Yeah,
Disney have got all my money now.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Disney.
exactly.
I'm surprised you're not come on with Craig Blake Blanc.
You don't actually get paid next month. It's just all going to Disney.
Yeah, exactly. I just
Direct.
forward it onto them.
Standing order. Hated Disney.
No, I didn't actually have any. I just stuck to stuff from the supermarket, and I drank a lot of wine. That was the on the grape ales.
I've drank a lot of OK Cask this weekend.
Mm.
I were at a punk all day on Saturday, which was good. Which was just all cask, and then I was at Saltaire Brewery yesterday, which was mainly cask. Apart from one, which was I couldn't bear to drink more boring cask, so I drank slightly boring, low ABV keg beer. So this is I'm living it up. I'm living it up right now.
I went to a local craft beer festival on Saturday, and it was alright. That bit like they had Beak were there, Siren were there. Who else was there? Burnt Mill, obviously.
I want that Siren West Coast IPA.
That wasn't available at Kirkstall. Oh, wasn't there? There wasn't.
What wasn't? I didn't have it. Yes.
Yeah, they didn't have a West on. They had the California IPA on or whatever.
Right, okay.
They call it. But no, it wasn't. It's like because when Siren came a couple of years ago, like the two guys running it were great, like really engaging and sort of like were doing bottle pours and was sort of thing. And the two people from Siren this time were just sort of not asked, but not in like a too cool for school way. Just that they were just like a couple of nerds. Really, they sort of sat on their phone. Yeah, sat on their phone until like somebody went up to get a beer. But the beers are okay. They had one of the Caribbean chocolate cakes on.
Oh, nice.
That's got to be old, that it.
Vintage. Back in last year.
Yeah, it was a barrel aged one. It was barrel aged, whatever.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But I mean the barrel aged. I had barrel aged stout from. Well, I think it was barrel aged anyway. From it was called Oak, so you'd assume it was from Beak, and that was bloody lovely.
Oh, that's the new
really
one.
Good. That was probably the step. Yeah.
I was just looking at that. Is
it called? Yeah, Oak.
It is. No, it's not. It's not barrel aged. That's the entire thing.
It's not.
Cannot be three.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's this beer aims to capture the depth and complexity of a barrel aged stout in a fresh beer without any barrel aging, using a blend of innovative barrel derived extracts, wood additions, and micro oxidization.
Oh, the same thing that what's the name used to do in Scotland, where they put the wood chips
what,
in.
Innocent Gun.
Fucking Innocent Gun.
Yeah. But the
barrel aged for 35 minutes.
It's funny. It's like, but I assume because it was called Oak, it was barrel aged, and I've said to the people I was with, I was like, oh, it's so thick for a barrel aged beer. Like a barrel aged stout is so like it's like motor oil. Normally, it's sort of like a barrel aged beer. It sort of comes out a bit thinner. So, but it makes sense now because it's just an imperial stout that's supposed to be barrel aged as opposed to one that actually
tastes like it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was very nice. That was the beer of the festival for me. Anyway, it was bloody lovely. Yeah. Also had some sort of double and it's really not my sort of thing, but some sort of double imperial sour from Time and Tide. Funny enough, and that was nice. They're normally not, but I think it's because I had a load of like hazy beer. And then I had that, and it sort of knocks your head off.
What's the crack with Little Earth then?
Well, they're just focusing on the pub now, I think.
Oh right, so they're keeping the pub then.
Yeah, they're keeping the pub.
I heard somebody said they're not brewing, but then they could obviously could blend and mature and shit.
Oh yeah,
exactly. And I think they might brew like really, really. I mean, they didn't brew that much anyway, but they might brew like small batches for the pub. I reckon that's what they're going to do, because it has become like a bit of a sort of beer tourist place, really. So,
oh really?
Yeah, a lot of places are going back to being brew pubs, aren't they? Because it's too expensive to go distro out.
Is it because of tariffs?
Not just tariffs, but just like the cost of small packaging and stuff like that, isn't it?
My beautiful word of love.
But yeah, I went to the Little Earth pub today, and finally just drank Braybrook and Colonel. Nice. Didn't have any.
Any decent? We were talking about Colonel before. Any decent Colonel on?
No, well, they always have a table beer on. They always have Colonel table beer. So we just went for just to sit in the beer garden this afternoon. So it was just lager.
It's good if you're driving though, isn't it? A Colonel table beer, isn't it? It's like what 3%, 2.8.
Yeah, 2.8, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake and the family travel on the back of a passing tractor there, so
Is that yes,
jump on the
hitchhike?
hay bales. That's how it works around those parks. Just jump on the back.
Yeah. You get there
Scamper
just
up.
4 hours after you wanted to.
I'm trying to convince
These are
Rob
not
to
our
do.
horseback.
I'm trying to convince Rob to do Alaman Beer Festival next year.
I really want to.
I reckon you can go from
I'm
Luton.
intrigued. Oh, really?
I think so.
I remember Luton as I'm swallowing my crouton. It's a John Hegley podium.
I reckon Luton. Luton. I think you can get the Alaman from Luton.
Luton is a bastard of an airport at the moment, though. Ever since the
It's
car park fell
helicopter, I
down.
think, there from there.
Oh, is it private?
Yeah.
Get a
That's all.
You
PGA
can.
from.
No,
Luton.
it's public. It's public. It's just like 6 people per time.
EasyJet, £24.
No way.
Or
bloody hell.
hovercraft.
It'll cost me more to
Hydrofoil.
get to Luton.
Yeah.
I can't help where you live.
Yeah.
It costs you more to get to Liverpool. Liverpool,
Yeah.
it'll be like, I think we paid £17, but still, it'll cost you more to get there than it would to get to Luton.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Go to Blackburn Rovers bar.
That's a decent pub, by the way, for Bushies. They were all Bushies taps. It's literally like every single, apart from Guinness, it was all Bushies. We had the Bushies Westie on cask, 6.5, 6.2.
Right.
But yeah, the Blackburn Rovers pub. The festival's good though. From the Wood, cask beer from the Wood. They had two. They had two this year as well.
Is it same brewery who does that, or is it just different?
Two different breweries.
Oh,
each year.
okay.
So one does it's the camera. It's a Septive camera that do it. They give them the barrels, and then they brew the beer for the barrel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. So it's actually for the event.
It's exclusively for the festival. So
Yeah.
it was when we went. It was Bushies did one, and the other Isle of Man mainstay, what they called, did the other. Because Bushies did the oyster stout, and then what are they called? My mind's gone blank. Main Isle of Man Brewery, can't think of the name. They did it Impy. I think Impy, it was 9%, but still, from oak barrels, was decent.
I'd say 9 is the minimum MP. It's not like one of these 7.2 things that people call Imperial Stout.
It was called Shadow Man,
Who was that? What brewery?
and that's the question I'm asking.
Shadow Man.
Oh no, it was Odin. It was Odin. 8.4. Sorry, not 9.
Odin.
Yeah, Shadow Man. 8.4% Impy Porter. Aged for 9 months in a 60-litre oak barrel.
Nice.
Yeah, but they always do too.
Have they disappeared then these days?
Who?
Innocent Gun.
No,
It's
it's
still around.
still going. It's still going. Yeah.
I went to their bar in Glasgow. Not Glasgow, in Edinburgh.
Mm.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was like a miles better Brewdog. They had a bunch of their beer on it, which you didn't touch. Then they had fuckloads of really good other stuff on. There were like a load of Overturn on. They had a bunch of wild beer on. I mean, it was a few years ago. Not that it's only about 3 years ago, but like wild Imperial Stout stuff. And like a load of Overturn IPAs. I'm gonna have to see if I can find what's on.
Not my headphone. Sorry. Hit me in. It fell out. I was going to say the Innocent Gun tap room
Just have a look to see what's on at the minute.
Yeah, me. I'm just looking as well on Untapped.
In the mould, oatmeal stout.
See, I'm looking at what people have
Oh
checked in.
shit, that's a new one. Canadian cherrywood finish, wee heavy.
What are you looking
Leather.
at? What are you looking at, Adam?
On tap.
Yeah, it says unverified on mine.
Yeah, but the stuff from yesterday.
Ah, right. Yeah, I was looking at they've got the fucking the Ossian stuff from. Were they from Estonia? or Portugal?
Invernold. Invermold. Yeah.
Oh, am I thinking of a different beer? Ah, that's a different brewery. Different brewery, I'm thinking.
Camper van.
Is it?
Session IPA. Okay, one this week. IPA, Citra, Columbus, Centennial.
Yeah.
Northern Monk Patrons Project.
Monk, yeah.
Too old.
Yeah.
No way. How weird.
Honestly, it's an amazing lineup, but it's this massive place, and it's slightly brewdoggy in that kind of slightly industrial type thing. It's big, and like the back bar, it's all kind of like an old cinema, so it's all those like a light box with like things you slide in and out. But it was like floor to ceiling, nearly beerless. It was massive. Let's see if I can find anything about it. But yeah, it was surprisingly towards Hanging Bat. That's one of the more prominent bars in Edinburgh. So we're like, oh well, we'll pop in here because we're fucking freezing to death. It's like
Hanging Bat, not Glasgow.
No,
I know Edinburgh. Where am I thinking of in Glasgow?
don't know. I've only been once. Actually, no, I've been twice, but never for beer.
Did you have an innocent gun in Glasgow as well?
Yeah. They used to have a second site in over in Fife, I think, as well. I don't think it used to down.
They've got. Oh no, that's closed down as well. Yeah, the one in Glasgow is closed down.
Yeah, but the one in Edinburgh was good, as you can see. It's got some decent stuff on. You don't have to go in and drink their piss poor fucking. It's just dog shit, innit?
Oh, they moved.
The beer tube, people were always bumming Innocent Gun, so they were getting sent free shit.
Yeah.
I never. But then the Canadians were the ones leading the charge at that time. But apparently it was brewed at a different place, the Canadian stuff. It was maybe miles better. But,
really?
It's like bad oxidized, awful, low ABV beer that doesn't suit to be barrel aged. It'd be barrel aged about 24 minutes. It was just
24 minutes.
It was fucking terrible. Like 30
Well,
days.
they always used to bang on.
30 days.
Yeah, I was going to say bang on about the process of it, wasn't it? We can do it faster.
30-day barrel aged. Really? Is that enough? Do you think? No, not for me. I think I might have had one while we're there. So like, why not?
The Caribbean rum finishes all right in B&M. That's not bad for a 7%. Oh, I love rum. Yeah.
Don't like rum.
Dark rum. Yeah, there you go. Right, seeing as Jake's here now, I'm going to go put my feet on preheat whilst I said you can have a conversation.
Well, we're going to sit in silence. We're going to sit in silence until you get
okay. It's my channel. Why do I care?
Fair enough.
Out of protest.
Yeah, exactly.
God, so I saw the bloody footage of what happened in Liverpool today. A fucking maniac driving down the road.
We were talking it, not seen it yet.
Mad. Just fucking ploughing into people. Absolutely crazy. I don't know. I haven't seen any further than the video. If you know what I mean. I don't know why they did it.
Nobody's hurt. Nobody's dead. Several people injured. It said. And he was a man. He was a 53-year-old man called Harry Rashid from Liverpool. So we said. I think we said he's either a nutter or an Evertonian.
Yeah, very disgruntled Everton. Yeah, it's crazy. I saw one bloke that sort of flies over the car.
Somebody really didn't like Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No,
was
just
really
just
upset by
crazy,
it.
yeah. What you always wonder, how did that car get there? If you know what I mean, it's got
Yes.
must travel through some people.
Yeah,
to get
because there'll have been
into
so
the
much
main
crowd
drag.
control put in place for that
Yeah,
event.
exactly. Yeah, was it
Especially
part of
anywhere
a
near it.
garage or something? And
But I guess you'd be thinking, maybe you were thinking, why is anybody going to have an issue with this? Because it's a massive celebration.
yeah,
So they
it's always
maybe they didn't
arseholes.
think it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Always. There's potential to be a nutter.
Yeah, everywhere.
Well, it was as I used to be as a 9-year-old, so I was a Liverpool fan, but they did win the league in the second lowest amount of points in the last 25 years, didn't they?
Yeah.
I can't remember who won it last time. It was slightly lower.
Yeah. It was a strange old season, really, all told. A lot of split points from second place down. It was sort of like they all shared the points amongst themselves, really, which made the European stuff a bit more interesting.
Yes.
About who's going to get European
very much
football
so,
and whatnot.
It did make it a lot more interesting. But yeah, I'm a passive Arsenal follower of sorts. It just makes it more interesting if I go meet my mate. If I've got some certain level of certain amount of knowledge, or you're a bit more invested in the game, it's a bit more interesting, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not a glory hunter.
No, it would be not not being a surrogate Arsenal supporter.
I've never really. No, that's it. I never had an issue with Arsenal. So I've always quite admired certain players. Like I love Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
And so I've never been not like Man United. I fucking hate Man United. And I hate Man City as well.
Yeah.
They just got too much money, and they're not that good anymore. So fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they sort of let it slip, haven't they? Really.
I was out with my mate who's an Arsenal fan. We were out with him and his partner yesterday. She's West Ham. So they were both made up yesterday. They were like,
yeah.
that West Ham was above Spurs. Big celebration. She's like, fucking Spurs. They just they bond over hating Spurs.
That is funny. Yeah, because when we were out in Disney, sort of fucking loads. Because obviously it's when
have you been?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I've been last week.
Back.
Yeah,
of course you had your little your beers on the train. You left.
Yeah.
Else, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was on the way back. But
how was it?
It was good. It was actually incredible. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I'm as cynical as they come, really, with that sort of thing. But even I was like fully in.
It was
great. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was magical.
Oh, could I say that with a straight face?
I guess you got your daughter at the.
Yeah,
so
my
still
my son
interested in your little boys.
Yeah, my son's 6 and my daughter's 8, so it's like absolute perfect age sort of thing.
They've started doing a bit more kind of Marvel-y bits there, haven't they? I think.
Yeah. There's like a Spider-Man one where you go around, you shoot webs. Pretty good, sort of like all on screens, and you got to like shoot things. And there's there's a big Marvel roller coaster, big like Iron Man roller coaster.
Nice,
which is pretty good, all in the dark sort of thing.
I shit my pants.
It was good quality. Yeah, they got a couple of Star Wars rides.
Cool.
Cool. And
the kind of
level of detail they do go to is just crazy. It's just like it is all about just like full immersion. It's not like sort of Alton Towers where there's some skinny snotty-nosed teenager sort of running the ride. It's sort of everyone's invested and everyone's like fully in it.
Even in Paris.
In Paris, of all places. But no, it's quality.
It's not like Goofy just sat at the side having a thing.
Yeah. He might be underneath the mask, but he doesn't show it outwardly. Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
No, I love the idea of Universal Studios. Owen, I'd love it, but
yeah,
it's a long way and a lot of money in it.
Oh fucking hell, yeah! It's
And
some
Florida
ridiculous amount of
seems
money.
such a fucking. It's a crapshoot. Is it going to be a hurricane? Who knows?
Exactly, yeah, yeah. Is it going to be? Yeah, it's too hot, so you want to be indoors all the time. Spend loads of money on drinks that you don't really want. Well, we
But yeah,
said
some
if
of
we,
the
yeah,
stuff there.
yeah.
Like,
If we go
Star Wars
to like
thing.
another one, we'd go to. We said we'd like to try the Tokyo one if we ever did a Disney thing again. Sort of skip Florida, go
Cool.
straight to Japan.
Is
Well,
that the
I mean,
one we?
that's-
Have you seen the Nintendo thing?
Oh, that looks crazy. Yeah, because I think they've got that in America now as well, haven't they? Yeah, the Universal.
There's talk of one in the UK.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 'cause they're doing they're
It's
building that
years off.
Yeah, it'll be 10 years before it's like fully done.
Yeah.
It's like Midlands, isn't it? It's like, is that where,
I think
where it's
so.
going to be? Yeah. Yeah, that'll be crazy.
I've watched like videos of Nintendo World thing. It does look amazing.
It's one of those ones though. Apparently, you need to buy like the wristband that like triggers
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Otherwise, you're sort of walking around and you can't like do
Keep stuff
fuck all.
up, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, collect coins and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it does look amazing. I'm not into theme parks, but that would be very good. And I mean, I said like Universal. I think that'd be good. I don't want to go on any big roller coasters. I can't cope with it. It's just too
Oh
intense.
no, me and my daughter are on all of them. She was tall enough to go on like everything because my wife can't. She likes doing it, but she just gets so sick from the like especially spinning ones. She'll be buggered for the rest of the day. So me and my daughter went on all of like the crazy ones. Like,
It's the fucking G-force. It's just not pleasant. This was on the fucking Dragon at Legoland.
Bloody hell!
Whoa, it's fucking no. This is just whoa, fucking hell. I think I was like surrounded by Julie going, fucking hell. So I can't imagine what anything more is like.
Yeah.
No.
We went on this Marvel roller coaster one, which does flip you upside down and you corkscrew and you do all these crazy things. And there's like one of those launches. It like literally standard start and launches you. And like the first one went on it, it was like, oh my god, that was amazing. And then we went on it the second day, and we were in like the middle rather than like at the front.
Yeah.
And it was just a completely different experience. Like my head was fucking rattling around. I was like, Jesus.
Right.
Yeah, it was really weird. I was like, I don't know if he's got a slower one or whatever. But I was like, I came off it and I was to my daughter, I was like, were you okay with that? She was fine. And I was like, my head got bashed about like nothing else. It was like a fucking pinball machine. I was like, Jesus, that was that got a bit intense at one point.
I've watched that channel on YouTube, Theme Park Worldwide or whatever it is, that British couple.
Oh yeah.
I've seen them going to like places in Japan, and where there's all these like lists of rules and stuff. Like you can't have your hair, you've got to have your hair tied back. You can't be doing this. You can't be over a certain age, and because they're all just like mega intense.
Yeah. Jesus.
Remember, there's like a former biggest one. What were in America called? So Steel Vengeance or something like that. It was just insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the stuff in Japan, it's like it's all about that kind of like the G's.
Yeah.
And like excessive amounts of inversions and all this business. And it's like no. And it just looks like it. How can it be enjoyable?
They are fun. They are like, we went on one. It was like the weird thing is, it was like Finding Nemo themed, and it was like one of the more extreme roller coasters where it's like you sit in four, but like back to back. So like there's two of you there, and you back to back. And as you're going round, the car's spinning as well at the same time.
Right.
So you're going round on the roller coaster, but also the car's also spinning. It was
that sounds too much. I don't think I could cope with it.
And that's in the dark as well. Then all of a sudden you come outside and go, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then you go back in.
Wow. Oh no, it sounds good. Sounds like a nightmare, but
it was. I mean, it was like we went on like the Wednesday was like for Disney World. It was relatively dead, so like it was really good that day. And then the Thursday it sort of started building up a little bit more. So it was like a bit more tricky there to get around, but still like nothing crazy. I'd hate to think what it's going to be like this week. This week's going to be nuts.
I guess that's the benefit you have. You don't have to deal with school holidays, do you?
No, exactly. Or pay the pay those prices
Yeah.
because it was a fair whack now. But like, yeah, next week I think it was like we looked and it was like getting on for like double
Oh,
and like
Right.
triple. Like it especially got the weekend.
yeah.
Made me lunch as well. Sorry.
You made your lunch.
I didn't want to interrupt. I was waiting for Jake to finish on a natural point.
It's all right. You interrupted. Opening a packet of
Chipsticks or whatever.
Golden Wonder chipsticks.
Golden Wonder.
They're extremely thin.
Not the original. Who makes chipsticks? Is it Smith's?
Smiths,
Smiths,
but they're
yeah.
owned by Walkers, aren't they?
Are they? Fair enough.
All right. No, I haven't had my tea yet, so I'm just a bit like,
Still.
let's just put it. I've just put it in the oven.
Secret oven. Which did you go for? Chip shot curry.
Yeah,
Oh,
chip shot curry
dirty
chicken.
animal.
Yeah, it looks all right.
I don't think that should go on pizza.
Oh, so it's a pizza you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh man, no.
Curry pizza.
Chip shot. I had a curry pizza before, and it was from Domino's in France years and years ago, and it was crap.
Mm.
It really
But
was.
is
Just
it
like,
It's as the pizza, made in store. Deal.
yeah.
Been in the freezer.
Probably
be
just
alright.
one of those.
Better than my butties. I don't know. Ham offcuts, reggae sauce
I love a ham off cut.
with reggae sauce.
Morrison's they do like just random meat offcuts. It's a bit of
Yeah.
a crapshoot what you're going to get. The last one I got was a paw mix. There was a lot of there were a lot of corned beef and liver sausage in it.
Oh man.
Normally it's like
Oh.
big chunks of like ham, like big lumps. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a mix. It's like a meaty pick and mix. It's wonderful,
So-
and like big chunks of turkey
Yeah.
and stuff. But then it was like, I don't want that much liver sausage. I have a little bit. Don't get me wrong.
The
that's
shock me
still
rolls.
good.
Yeah.
It's always ham or turkey. So, but the ham was in big bits. But I had a knife. I just cut it up flat to put on my butty.
It's kind of like you've got offcuts from a roast.
Yeah,
From the
it
day
was off.
before.
It was off a ham, like a roast
Yeah.
ham.
Yeah. So, what was your favourite bit of Euro Disneyland? Disneyland Paris. Sorry, that's what they call it. Not Euro
DLP to us. That would be. Well, I mean, the rides were my favourite, but I mean, all of the shows and the parades and I mean, the fireworks have like a drone show now incorporated into it, so it's not just fireworks. It's it's just mind blowing.
What's your
like-
favourite ride then?
Probably that it's going to sound weird, but there's a Ratatouille ride, and I mean, I've got no big sort of. I mean, I've seen Ratatouille. It's not like my favorite film, but like the ride is just so.
I don't think it's many people.
Yeah,
It's all
the ride is just so crazy because you're in cars that are like autonomous vehicles, so there's no track. There's no track. It just follows like the thing, and you're with like 4 other cars, and like one car will shoot off there, and all of a sudden it will come back in front of you, and then like you're in a screen, and the whole screen tilts and sprays water, and then you go to another little bit when all of a sudden you're by yourself, and you're going through like little lanes and little sort of like alleyways, and it's like a whole 4D experience thing, and that was just the technology behind it is insane.
What's that got to do with a rat that's a chef?
Well, because you're supposed to be rat sized, and you're like there's a whole story going on, and like I can't do it justice, but that was like crazy. Just you're sort of in it, and and the Star Wars there's like a Star Wars simulator thing called like Star Tours, when you're supposed to be sort of like going through. It's supposed to be like you're just on a little tour, but then it all goes tits up, and Darth Vader shows up, and all this sort of thing, and you go into like a big battle, and that's crazy. And there's a C-3PO droid animatronic actually in the cab with you.
All right,
That's just like mind blowing. and when you actually go into like hyperspace for the like, we're in the front row as well because it's like about 5 rows deep. And I was just like, I was a kid. I was like a child.
Oh, that sounds. I think. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that
I'd
was
be all
probably
over that.
Yeah, that was
If
really
the three
good.
in good nick, he's not been a bit worn away.
No. It is. He looks well because you're wearing like 3D glasses and all sorts. And like my daughter thought that animatronic was actually on the screen and was like part of it. I was like, no, that was an actual real animatronic in there with us.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was really good.
What
Well,
was the worst part? Was it the French?
No,
you with the French.
No, this was an
Let's put it
absolute.
out there.
Yeah, this was an absolute classic French experience. We were waiting for our shuttle bus back to the hotel, and it was taking fucking forever. And all the people that were already there before us were getting ratty because some of them had been there like an hour and stuff. And we're like, oh bloody hell, this don't sound good. The French taxi drivers were on strike, and they were doing a go slow through the town, blocking up the whole town. Blocking up all of the buses, so that was probably the worst thing. But it's you can't go to France.
The answer to that was yes, the French.
Yeah, but very specifically the striking French, who they'll strike over anything. And,
is that not part of French culture?
That is the way. And it just affected us. It didn't affect us too bad. We were about half an hour later back than we wanted to be because we were at the tail end of it. But some people have been waiting bloody hours. But yeah. That was the worst bit. If the taxi drivers strike, be prepared for a little wait.
I've been to France before. I love the country. Yeah. France is a lovely country. It's just ruined by the people that incorporate it.
A bit like England, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Certain parts.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the worst for me. Other than that, we had a great time. It rained a little bit on the Wednesday, but nothing that got you like soaked through or anything. And everything's not as everything's not as expensive as you think either. As long as you go there with the mindset of like you're going to have to spend money, you can't go there and not spend money. Then it's fine.
Like,
if you went there, if you went there sort of trying to scrimp a little bit, then it wouldn't be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But if you go there with like the kids had a certain amount of money and they knew that was the money they had, sort of thing, and then it made it a lot easier really. And then the hotel was great. We had like an apartment, so we could like cook breakfast and dinners
on
and
site?
that if we wanted. And,
on site?
No, about a 10-minute bus ride away.
Oh, that's good.
But the hotel actually had its own shuttle. It wasn't one that goes round to like every hotel. It was like it was there and back every time, and it was like every half an hour. So
that's good.
Pretty damn convenient.
Get some decent quality, cheap French plonk.
Yeah. I drunk a lot of white wine.
3 bottles a night.
Yeah, and I got and the thing is, I didn't even get like real Kronenberg. I got like fake Carrefour own brand Kronenberg.
It's not going to be any better.
Yeah, it's called like Salisborg or something like that. And I was like, that it was like €3 for a 6-pack. I was like, there we go. In the fridge.
With the how was it getting from Charles? Did you fly in or did you get the?
No, when Eurostar.
Did you go to Charles de Gaulle or Paris Central or?
We went into Gare du Nord and then you just get a local train from Gare du Nord to the Disneyland one. It's about 40-minute train once you're there. Yeah, and it was like £2.50. It's like £2.50 to get it. Cheap as chips, really. I couldn't travel 40 minutes from my house for £2.50. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah. No, we had a great time. Very good. I would highly recommend it.
Better than Centre Parks. If you normal. I know you're an expensive family.
Gosh, shit all over Centre Parks. I'm not a Centre Parks fan, I'm afraid.
I'd love to say that anything in the UK is you can have a cheap time, but you can't have a cheap time in the UK. It's often cheaper to go abroad, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, we're looking for somewhere now for sort of September time. Go abroad. We've got a few. We're thinking like either Bruges. Well, we've got loads of places. We've just got to decide on one, really.
Okay, could be in Bruges.
Yeah.
Barcelona's nice. Barcelona's quite good.
Yeah.
If you got family, thanks for this. We've got some amusement parky bits near Barcelona as well.
Yeah.
A bit of a beach. Not the best beach,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. A beach.
cheap to get to as well. Take that long.
Does Jamie still have that?
I love the look of there's a place called Girona. Do you know Girona in Spain? It's beautiful.
Does Germany still have that water? Sorry,
Amazing.
sorry, Rob.
It's all right. No.
I was going to say, does Germany still have that Warner Brothers park? I don't know whether that'd be any good for.
I don't know. No idea.
Oh,
Yeah, we were thinking.
No.
Yeah, Munich.
Oh,
possibly.
it's closed.
no.
Yeah. Oh no, closed in 2004. Looks like. I think.
No movie park?
Oh, yeah. Where's that then? Figure out where it is. Middle of nowhere.
Probably, yeah. Everything is middle of nowhere. I mean, Disneyland Paris isn't exactly in Paris, is it?
Town is nearest city is Recklinghausen. And I'm like, where's that? It's not too far from Dortmund. It's near Essen. I've been to Essen. I went to see Dub X Dub in Essen.
Oh,
Adam.
Dub X Dub.
Dub X Dub. WXW.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were like dubstep. I was like going, what is a dubstep? I don't know.
Chris Hero.
Yeah, I want to go see the 24 karat gold championship. That's
still in Essen? It was just like a crap nightclub. It was wild. We didn't have a hotel. We just
they do it in a tent, don't they?
It closed at the pub we were in closed at 12, and then we got a bit confused.
Yeah, Essen or Duisburg.
Back to the airport. I fell asleep on the seats in the airport. It wasn't great, but I
did that in Nice airport.
Yeah,
I did that in Nice airport and got woken up by the cleaner.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I messaged Harry. He said he's working. Apparently.
Who today?
Harry. Yeah.
What, he's working at 9 o'clock at night on a bank holiday Monday?
Yeah, he's doing an event.
Ah, right, fair enough. He's a fucking mug.
I remember him saying, but I couldn't remember what time he started. So I messaged him before. You know, he's like 5 and drive.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow.
I'm not either. I've got to go into the office last minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I finally get to work from home. Thursday, Friday afternoons.
I got tomorrow off.
Oh, nice.
I was in March. Adam, 16 carat. I'm just trying to figure out where it is.
Whereabouts is it though?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. It was a grand.
You'll be on Cage Match.
Ah, right. Good point. I
I
don't
feel
look at these
Cage.
things enough. I'm looking now. It's in Oberhausen in Nordheim.
that means nothing to me.
Westfalen.
It just sounds like you're making up German places.
Yeah, I was going to say you're just making names up.
The most generic German
places. Oberhausen.
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 Uberhausen with a U or no?
Sea Life Centre. If you're interested, Sea Life Centre. Once again, it's not
I don't-
far from Essen. It's in that kind of area.
Yeah, but that's the region, isn't it?
It's quite close to Duisburg.
Yeah,
Duisburg is a
Duisburg.
big
Duisburg.
Duisburg. Like Hair Lip from Figgy Bob from League of Gentlemen. He's from Duisburg, wasn't he? It's in the similar region to Movie Park Germany, Adam.
I think we should. I think we need to do both. I think that's what we need to do.
Fly to Uberhausen.
It's all going to be Dortmund or Lager, isn't it? Though?
Not wrong with that.
No.
I don't remember the beer being great when I went to Essen, though. Well, the places we went in.
See what
Probably
does
wasn't
Untapped
that
say
one.
about Essen? What do we reckon?
Dusseldorf.
Yeah, just
apparently-
it's far though, Dusseldorf.
Yeah,
I just saw that.
I flew from Manchester to Dusseldorf.
Yeah,
When I
I'd
went
say you
back.
fly in there, but you wouldn't want to go back and forth, would you?
What are you on about? 28 minutes from Uberhausen to Dusseldorf.
Oh, is it? That's not terrible.
23
Drive
kilometers.
or train?
Which says that's distance. An hour and just over an hour from Cologne.
Get some Kolsch.
Well, Dusseldorf's alt beer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get on, it's old alt beer.
So is Essen, isn't it?
It's a Uber. Oh, I don't know. No. It's all these very specific around there.
Right, Dusseldorf, Essen.
Them's the rules. I've been to both Dusseldorf and Essen, so I know Essen is a bit like Sheffield.
Good cask.
No, it's
Great
it's like
class pub.
Sheffield. It's a bit industrial. It's not very. It's not much to it. I went with Andy Thingybob, who is now Progress. Andy, I forgot his name. Yeah, Progress.
Is he
Andy.
Progress though?
Well, he was. Do you know what I mean? Though
The
Like that.
Macketeers own it now.
he was, but it was Andy. Yeah, he was. He was like about 17 or something at the time.
Ooh,
He was a
New
he was doing a
England
bit of
IPAs.
Where
Oh,
Uberhausen.
okay. Yeah. That's not Progress. That's Repro.
Oh, right, right then.
Essen, they've got New England IPAs.
Oh, I don't want that, do you? I don't want that. I want.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying that's what's there.
In fact, I've got a microbrewery in Uberhausen.
Oh, Dunkel's damp beer. Apparently, it's known for damp beer.
Damp. Is that a bit like Zwickel or Keller beer?
I don't know. I'm not
Canned beer,
overly
damp
familiar
beer.
with damp beer.
Is it
No,
just
me neither,
extra
but they
wet?
usually are something like that. Yeah, exactly. A bit damp. A damp ale.
It's a German steam beer, highly effervescent beer made with fermenting lager yeasts at warm ale.
It's called, shouldn't it?
By fermenting lager yeasts at warmer ale yeast fermentation temperatures, it's also
Yeah, but what's
possible.
that? That's not Kolsch. Kolsch is an ale yeast, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Reverse
it's lager
ale
yeasts done at warmer
At
temperatures.
warmer temperatures.
So it's a reverse cold IPA.
Yeah.
It's processed from the steam, so it's literally a steam beer.
All right, it's just steam beer. There you go.
Stolen by
Uberhausen.
American
Uberhausen
brewers in the
steam beer.
19th century. There you go. It's an ale, not a yacht lager,
Mm,
There you go. Learn something new every
even
day.
though they use lager yeast.
I bet you were before you came on this. You were wondering what kind of beer this is synonymous with Uberhausen.
With Essen. It's Essen.
Oh, with Essen.
Oh.
Yeah. Damp beer.
Damp beer. I know the name. I think I've seen one. If I've not had one,
We use Nichols as well,
there you go.
and my box.
All that kind of a weird like thing. You know, if
Not weird.
you go into beer books, it's like Keller beer, Zwickel, Land beer. They're all like, kind of bundled together, aren't they?
Dunkels. There you go. And New England IPAs. So
Oh, there you go.
Imperial Stouts.
See, if I go to in Germany, I just want to drink lager all day long. That's all I'm interested in.
I want a mix.
No,
I want the traditional styles.
I just want to be in. I just want to be in Munich drinking Helles, and that's it. And the occasional Weiss beer. That's it. That's all I'm interested in.
I'd love to try alt beers at the Açores.
Yeah, I was just checking if Liverpool flew to Dusseldorf. No, Manchester. An hour and 25 minutes.
Leave that way.
Happy days. Next March, me and you in Uberhausen.
Drinking some
Matthew
damp beer.
Matthew goes, doesn't he? Botchamania Matthew goes every year, doesn't he?
Oh, does he?
He does, yeah.
Not from Newcastle, he won't. Newcastle Airport's crap.
No, he'll probably go to Manchester. London, Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle, Edinburgh.
Well, maybe just go there.
He does.
Newcastle Airport's a bag of crap.
I've been once. I can't remember where I went there. Maybe I went to Budapest.
I went left. Yeah, no direct flight to Dusseldorf from Liverpool.
There you go. Manchester.
Right.
Dusseldorf. Piss. We went on Lufthansa. It was beautiful. They gave us a free beer and everything on like a cheap ass flight.
I get a free beer on my flight next month. It's a specific
Well, you should should do.
specific beer.
It's a long flight.
While
like
on it.
12 meals.
Yeah, Guilo
How many
is an
meals you
option.
Was it really?
6 meals.
And can't remember what the other one was. Guilo and someone else. Cafes.
Never heard of them.
They are the Hong Kong arm of Qantas.
Well, you know what to say about Qantas.
No.
Come on. I thought I'd get a rice man out of Jake on that one.
I don't know. I don't know that reference. Either.
Rain Man?
No.
Qantas never crash? Because that's why Dustin Hoffman's character won't fly.
Yeah.
But he'll only fly in Qantas. Qantas never
Only
crash.
fly
Qantas never
Qantas.
crash.
It's been a long while since I've seen Rayman.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that. I know that cultural reference.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. No,
I've
I
seen
thought
a
it was
bit
the
of
matchsticks.
Maybe
and
I've
that
seen
was
it once.
Yeah.
Betsy
Qantas
Pale
never crash.
is the Qantas beer.
It's what? Punk IPA?
Betsy Pale. No, Betsy Pale. How does Betsy Pale sound like fucking punk IPA?
No, because it's always Punk IPA on shit flights, isn't it?
Yeah, BA
Well,
is
no.
like a rebrew of punk or whatever.
No,
It's
you
not-
get
yeah,
really
it's not-
expensive
it's not.
small cans of Punk.
On
innit?
on
£7 for a can
the
of Punk, please.
on the Eurostar, it was the pale ale was Two Tribes do a beer specifically for Eurostar.
That's weird.
Well,
isn't it?
when we go
Forgot about
to
that. Did you have a left as well?
Yeah, because you could choose from Lef, Lost Lager, or the Two Tribes
oh,
Nomad.
no, it's Guilo. It's all Guilo. Guilo, Betsy.
Actual Guilo are the ones.
Actual Guilo, not vocation Guilo.
Was it Vocation doing it now?
Yeah.
It was initially it was Fierce.
No, it's vocation.
It was because I fucking got sent them.
Oh.
It was done at Fierce. It said on the press release. So Vocation, that makes sense. It's in Telstra up here.
Yeah. No, but it's
Shipley
actual
has the
Guilo.
selling Chinese craft beer. That makes sense, doesn't it? There's a lot of appeal in Shipley for that.
No, it's actual Guilo though, Hong Kong Guilo.
Have you looked what films are playing?
Yeah.
Of course you have.
Jackie went
That's what I
today.
would do. Oh, she already gone?
Mhm.
You said 2 weeks. I didn't realise because she's got family out there, hasn't she?
11 o'clock, half 11 today.
And oh right, wow. I didn't realise you weren't going together.
Yep.
You're going to be quids in then, aren't you? That's why you're going to sleep the entire flight, aren't you?
Yeah. Got a window seat as
Yep.
well.
You'll have Weiler, and then he'll be up and stuck in bed.
Sent me the menu and everything. I know what I'm having. I'm having the beef. Beef and a Guilo.
Beef and a Guilo.
Wake up and have the omelette.
Beef on an aeroplane.
It's better than the chicken option or the risotto.
I don't know if I'm going for a risotto on a Hong Kong
Cheese
flight.
and spinach as well. Cheese and spinach risotto. Do you really want to risk that on a 12-hour flight? No.
Yeah, it's not gonna be great.
How much food do you get on a 12-hour flight? The longest I've ever done.
Lunch and breakfast.
Lunch
It's
and
only
breakfast.
12 hours.
I do 12 hours and then I'm in Hong Kong airport for nearly 3 and then
Okay. yeah.
7.
The connecting flight.
7. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Goes,
I thought it was longer, but yeah.
well, it's 25 in total, but that's with the 3-hour or nearly 3-hour break.
Yeah. When Cambodia, I think that was 20.
But yeah, no.
We went via Kuala Lumpur. That was the big stretch.
But yeah,
they had like
Guilo
built-in
Pale Ale.
old Super Nintendos.
Oh. I think they got Netflix. That was it.
Really? It's good, isn't it? I just download shit to me.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what Jackie did.
Yeah, I just download a shitload of stuff on YouTube. Just watch like.
Yeah.
She downloaded a load of documentaries on iPlayer.
Yeah.
And
like
Channel
a
4.
variety.
She downloaded the Diddy documentary for Channel 4.
I bet you was watching that last night when she fell asleep at 8:30.
Yeah. It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this
Guilo.
person's, some randoms comment, where have I ended up this time? Beers or football? But it could be
Or
both.
both.
Yes.
Could be both. We've covered both. We've covered both. What would you like to have? Talked about our fondness for Roy Keane.
So you ready? Oh, here we go. Betsy from Guilo, made with Mandarin Bavaria hops. Carlisle.
Is that what you're having?
Yeah, that's the cafe specific beer.
24 cans of that.
They're 330, so yeah.
Do you get them for free?
Well,
Is
it's
it free
including the
bar?
flight. Well, not a free bar, but
Yeah,
it's a Trans-Pacific flight, so yeah.
Too right.
I'm trying to see what the other
we
one
went
was.
with like Thai airline too. It was decent as far as flying can be.
I'm going to go sideways now while I look. Hang on. It's on a WhatsApp.
Because flying is shit. I'm boring and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's the boredom what does me. It's boring as
well. I hate being static for too long.
I don't get up because people pissing around annoys me.
Yeah.
You know, people who stand up
and it's like the novelty factor.
It
Like I
must
always
be
get an aisle seat. It's like I'm not pissing around being stuck in the middle or a window.
It just
in
says
the aisle. If I need a shit, I'm out of there.
I
just
need
says
an aisle seat.
international
I don't
selection.
like being
Yeah.
International selection of Guilo Pale Ales.
Mm.
So, well, Germany. Well, German beer is the best. Yeah, I can't disagree. I won't say it's the
Feels
best.
the function.
I love German beer, and Liverpool's his club in England anyway.
Good.
There you go, Liverpool fan.
Good. It's the best club, unless you're Norwegian.
What's going to happen there? Was it? So is Salah's re-signed, Danny? Salah and Van Dijk.
Salah's resigned. Trent's gone.
Trent's gone. Yeah.
Van Dijk's signed for 2 years.
So
Both Salah and Van Dijk signed for 2 years.
Then they're done out the real. They're gonna go. Then they're gonna go to America or Saudi, aren't they?
Yeah.
Make fuck loads of money.
Yeah.
That's what'll happen with it.
Yeah, Salah will definitely go to Saudi at some point, I reckon.
I think Van Dijk would. I mean, he's got a name.
The problem with Trent going, Liverpool wouldn't match the bid for Real Madrid for his wages. That's why he went.
Oh, really?
I'm,
was decided-
I thought it was more. He just wanted to do something different.
No, it was decided 18 months ago. 18 months ago, he gave him the option. So 18 months, the club have sat on it.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking
Because they wanted-
at Frimpong, aren't they? From is
From-
it Leipzig? By Leverkusen?
It's done, but they're waiting for the outcome of the medical.
Oh, there you go.
So
Happy
as soon
days.
as that's back, it's done.
And Thingy Bob, Florian Wirtz, he's on the cards, isn't he?
Medical pending. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. So it's the Betsy Guilo Lager. Ooh, San Miguel Pilsner. What the fuck is that?
San Miguel, isn't it?
No,
Doing a special one.
it's a specific one brewed in Manila.
But isn't that where San Miguel's like? There's an actual like brewery there, isn't there?
It's where they make Red Horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Isn't
the
it
pit- it's the pit.
Mahu or something? Is it Mahu or who makes San Miguel?
I
can't remember
to say. No, San Miguel. It's where they make Red Horse, the Red Horse beer that
Yeah.
San Miguel do, the strong lager, but it's the Pilsner version of that.
Oh right.
Castlemaine Triple X Gold, brilliant. It's 3.5% lager.
You've got to get a Castlemaine though. On a trip to Australia, you gotta do it.
But they're the Heathrow flights. I'm trying to find the Manchester ones. Frankfurt. Manila. There we go. Hong Kong, Manchester. Guilo Lager. Han Super Dry. It's an Aussie beer, New South Wales, subsidiary of Lion. Guilo Lager, Guilo Betsy. So it's good. I'm going to be drinking a lot of Guilo. Is the outcome of that? The lager and the pale ale.
Well, worst things happen. Yeah, you could be on a BA flight and be drinking Brewdog, whatever the fuck it's called.
I can't remember. I did have it last time.
Yeah,
when we flew.
I've had it. Oh, Speedbird.
Speedbird, yeah.
Is it Speedbird? Yeah.
I was going to take your pizza out because it's going to burn otherwise. Chip
Yeah,
shop
well,
jobby.
That'll be a crispy boy.
It's a bit crispy. It's not. It's all right though.
Yeah.
Got a lot of tomato on for bloody chip shop. Bloody hell.
That chip classic tomato.
yeah. Chip shop curry chicken, tomato.
Suppose that's the pizza argument.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's hot. I know. I appreciate it's just come out of the oven, but that's Jesus-y hot. I'm trying to cut it and burn in my hands. Oh Jesus! Oh yeah, get in there. Fucking hell, that is hot. Does smell curry-y.
It does. Well, that's what you want, I suppose. If it's going to be a curry pizza, you actually want it to be.
Smells of literally like what's name curry. I wonder what that beep was. I thought it was someone enjoying, but it was my weather thing saying rain expected. It's been raining all fucking day. Right, I'm going to eat my pizza. It's up to you. I can turn the screen off or the sound. What would you prefer?
It's up to you. Well, I'm to be honest, I'm going when Rob comes back because I've got a.
All right. Well, we'll end it there.
Yeah.
It's still too hot. It's currently my arms aren't touching the pizza, but they are still burning it from the vicinity of it.
Yeah. Still molten.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, we can end it there. If Rob fasts around for less than 10 minutes, it'll end on 4. That's probably a good time to finish.
Yeah.
Have you got any festivals coming up? We'll finish it.
No, I need to plan something with you guys. That's what I need to do. But just obviously with sort of big expensive trips.
London, Sheffield, Isle of Man.
Yeah,
are the ones I want to do. Something in London, something in Sheffield. I want to do that.
Exactly. I'm not even like bothered about festivals necessarily. If you know what I mean. Just got to organise a meet-up at some point.
I'm happy to do Bermondsey Beer Mile. That's easier for you.
Yeah, that's great. I've done it in years. I've done bits of it.
Yeah.
Recently, but I've not done the sort of length of it in quite some time, really. I mean,
Harry will make us do the side of
to what
place.
it was. Yeah,
I don't want to do the side of place.
No. It's a lot different to what it was. It's not so. It's not like it's one after the other anymore. It's sort of like one's over there, one's down that street, one's like a couple of streets down. It's not like boom, boom, boom in the archways anymore.
Well, Jake wants to go, and I want to eat my pizza, so we're going to end it there, Rob. If that's okay with you.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. No problem.
Thank you for the 4 people that remained on the chat. You did jump up to 20 when Rob joined, but we seem to have bored them away. Thank you very much to Jake and Rob for joining this car crash of the stream.
There's been much worse. I think it's been a pretty steady stream, to be honest. Don't play it.
That was misplaced after today's events, isn't it?
Yeah. Classic Adam.
Yeah. Never mind. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Anyone that's not well, get well. Bye.
Bye.
It's going to take me a minute to press the button to end the stream.
No worries.
Is anyone near Water Street? No, everyone wasn't. Okay, bye. But I hope everyone's all right. Bye.